Series as the San Diego Padres coming to town.
By the Dodgers this year. His 0-1 to Tatis is low at 98, 1-1. He got going at 7:10 on schedule, 77 degrees on a gorgeous Monday night. Tonight's Time and Temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. On a 1-1 pitch, Tatis watches a breaking ball, little low, 2-1. Ohtani is not missing by much. So Tatis has the edge in the count. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch. That's well outside. The first non-competitive one thrown by Ohtani in this one.
Well, you just wonder the buildup of all the emotions of Shohei Ohtani. And 663 days, August 23rd, 2023, the last trip of the mound.
The 3-1. Tatis swings through, strike 2, 98 by him. Down the heart. You can imagine the emotions and the energy that must be throwing Ohtani into this 3-2. A little flare, right center field. Pages charge again. He dives. He cannot make the catch. Teoscar Hernández is there to back him up. It's a bloop base hit for Tatis and a leadoff single for the Padres star.
Well, the velocity is there. That's one big ribbon as far as the Dodgers at 98 on the fastball. There's some movement with it as well. The slider missed. And maybe Ohtani can just exhale a little bit and feel his way into this ballgame.
1 on, nobody out. Luis Arraez, the first baseman batting from the left side, has to jump out of the way of a pitch inside, skips all the way to the backstop, and Fernando Tatis Jr. has second. He's thinking about third. Will Smith just got to the ball, was next to the Dodger on deck circle. Tatis holds. He's now into scoring position, and so some early traffic for Ohtani.
That was a breaking ball in the dirt, and Will Smith simply could not find the baseball. It glanced off the inside of the right foot of the home plate umpire, Trip Gibson, went at a different angle by the Dodgers on deck circle.
So as we were saying, Mo, about the emotions, it is very clear that Ohtani is amped up. The velocity on his fastball at 98 illustrates that, as does some of the wildness. 1-0, swing and a miss. 99 down and in, and Arraez, who doesn't chase often, definitely did there. The count is 1-1. Tatis on second, nobody out, top of the first. Ohtani's 1-1. Is in there for strike two, taken on the inside corner by Arise, who does not like the call by Tripp Gibson, but he's got to live with it.
And it was a good call.
Ohtani's 10th pitch of the outing. Down and in, nearly hits the back foot at 100 to Arise. 2-2.
Well, the strong point for the Padres has been their pitching, not necessarily the hitting. They're in the middle of the group. Team batting average at 249. The Dodgers, the best team average in baseball at 264.
Ohtani looks back at Tatis, comes home to Arise, and a 2-2 is chopped toward the San Diego dugout. It is not going to be a particularly long leash for Shohei Ohtani, but before the game, GM Brandon Gomes and Dave Roberts both played relatively coy with how many pitches or how many innings Ohtani would be available for. A 2-2 pitch is on the way, and it's a base hit into left center field. Tatis had to go back to second for a moment to make sure Betts didn't snare it. He heads to third. Back-to-back singles for the Padres to start the ball game against Ohtani. So both hits coming in two-strike counts, Mo.
And Arise, such a low percentage of swing and miss in his career. He doesn't hit for a whole lot of power, but boy, he's consistently putting the ball into play.
Well, 12 pitches thrown, but no outs recorded, and now Manny Machado, the Padres MVP, digs in, and he's greeted with boos here at Dodger Stadium. First and third, nobody out. Shohei Ohtani making his pitching debut as a Dodger. The first pitch to Machado. Popped him up on the infield. Now it's drifting back behind the plate. Will Smith will give it a look, but it will spin out of play. About 8 rows back into the dugout club.
Machado's the one guy in this Padres team that's done a very good job in this spot, runners in scoring position, hitting at .324.
Batting .316 overall this season, an OPS of .876. He has really carried the Padre offense the first few months. 0-1. Ohtani is ahead. First and third, no out. He pulls a fastball outside away from Machado. 1-1.
That was at 99.
Again, the velocity, not a question so far. We have seen 100 on the radar gun already, but still nobody out. The 1-1 pitch. Machado pokes it foul, and Ohtani once again jumps ahead with strike two. Fell behind Tatis 3-1, worked the count full, and then gave up a bloop base hit. A wild pitch put Tatis on second, then Arise, a 2-strike knock, sent Tatis to third. So at the corners, Shohei kicks and deals, and Machado checks his swing. Did he go? No, says the first place umpire Ryan Blakely. Much to the chagrin of Will Smith, Shohei Ohtani, and the Dodger fans here. And I think Machado
got away with it.
That should have been strike three. Ohtani threw his arms up in disbelief. We'll have to try again. Machado calls for time. Is granted that. Padres on first and third in the top of the first. Nobody out for Ohtani yet. The 2-2 pitch to Manny Machado is taken outside at 100 again. Ball three, another full count. Shohei in his first game back has already thrown the second hardest pitch recorded by a Dodger this year at 100.2. Roki Sasaki hit 100.5 in his debut in Japan. On a 3-2 pitch, Machado pokes the bat out there. It's a fly ball to center field. Pages makes the catch. Tatis coming home. Here's the throw. Play at the play. Not in time. Tatis slides in safely just before the tag of Will Smith. That was the call from Tripp Gibson. We'll see if the Dodgers want a challenge. But Andy Pages, showing off the right arm once again, made it close.
Andy Pages has improved so much. That one-hop throw. And for Will Smith, he went out to get the baseball instead of staying at home plate. You're much quicker receiving the ball and going straight down, but he reached out about 6 feet in front of the plate, caught the ball, and then came back. You're not as quick applying the tag doing that.
So the Dodgers do not challenge. A sacrifice fly for Machado makes it 1-0 San Diego. 1 out and a runner on first for Gavin Sheets, who swings through a slider, strike one. So that wild pitch that Will Smith lost and skipped to the backstop proved costly. That extra base allowed Tatis to get to third with nobody out. A sinker goes through the front door. A little bit of a generous call that Ohtani will take. 0-2 on Sheets. The Padres without star center fielder Jackson Merrill. He's on the concussion injured list. So Sheets is cleaning up. He swings and fouls back. Another breaking ball. Keep the count 0-2. Well, perhaps that run will help Shohei Ohtani exhale a little bit. He's already north of 20 pitches. We see Anthony Banda up and throwing in the Dodger bullpen down in left field. 1 on, 1 out, the 0-2 pitch. Splitter dives downstairs in the dirt and Sheets laid off of it. 1-2.
Well, this is a different inning, and not trying to give any alibi or point the finger at anyone. The wild pitch proved to be big. The check swing on what would have been strike 3 on Machado, very big.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Our eyes dancing off first, not distracting Ohtani. His pitch runs down and in on Sheets. A fastball at 99, 2-2.
I don't know how you really distract Shohei Ohtani from what we've seen. Maybe if a train goes through the field.
But his ability to focus and compartmentalize is as good as I think anybody's ever seen. Goes to the sweeper, misses down and in. Another full count. The third one of this first inning for Ohtani, who's at 24 pitches, and he is laboring out there. You can see this perspiration on his face. And remember, he is leading off. He's gone full to 3 of the first 4 Padres. The payoff to Gavin Sheets. Ground ball right side underneath Freddie's glove, but Edman there to back him up on the dirt. Freeman gets back up to the bag and fields the throw from Tommy for out number 2. What a play by Tommy Edman, sliding on the cut of the grass. And also great work by Freddie to get back to the bag and make the other end of the play.
I'll tell you what, that play itself, I mean, one thing that Ohtani has not really been working on a lot, and that's the break off of the mound to get to first base. So Freeman, talk about a terrific play. Freeman dives for the ball and then has presence of mind to realize, look, I need to get back to the bag, protect my pitcher. What a play.
It's a save of the game brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Go blue, cut green. Get a rebate for moving grass. Visit BeWaterWise.com. Arise now on second, 2 out. Xander Bogaerts takes the first pitch. It is called strike 1. A sweeper that was low and perhaps away. Ohtani would have preferred the check swing call to go his way against Machado earlier in this inning. Misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Xander Bogaerts. Padres 1, Dodgers nothing. Top of the first. 2 outs, and San Diego has another runner in scoring position. Ohtani's 28th pitch, a 1-1 to Bogaerts. A chopper to the left side. Muncy charging along the line, in the glove, throws on the run. Freeman stretches, in time to get him. And so that will strand Arise, but the Padres do get 1 on the Manny Machado sacrifice fly following the back-to-back singles to greet Shohei Ohtani in his Dodger pitching debut in 2025. Nice ovation from the crowd, and he's got to make a U-turn. He leads off when we come back.
If it's happening in baseball,
Rafael Devers, in a surprising deal, dealt to the San Francisco Giants.
it's on MLB Network Radio.
I was shocked.
For the Giants, they get a big bat. They've not had a 30-homer left-handed bat since Barry Bonds.
This trade is just phenomenal for the Giants and, quite frankly, embarrassing for the Red Sox.
You've got to move on from the situation and figure out how to be the best version of your team right now.
Shohei Ohtani's first at-bat is brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. That's all Shohei Ohtani does. Go beyond the expected. After giving up a run in the top of the first, he will lead off the bottom of the first inning against San Diego's right-hander Dylan Cease, who just last week shut down the Dodgers in 7 shutout innings. He struck out 11 in that game. Ohtani steps in. The first pitch from Cease is taken down and in, ball 1. Well, between innings, Mo, you saw what it was like for Ohtani. He was really stood on the warning track, was wiping a lot of sweat with a towel to get ready to come to the plate. On a 1-0 pitch, Shohei takes again. This is 99 on the inner third, strike 1 called.
Well, Ohtani's done it before. He actually never did go into the dugout. Everything was set up on the top railing of the dugout to get ready for this at bat.
1-0 Padres. The 1-1 pitch from Cease. Ohtani again holds the trigger. It's a strike at the knees.
Well, we did find out, David and I were talking earlier, he did check it out with Brian Gorman, umpire supervisor for Major League umpires, that they are giving Ohtani extra time with the pitch clock in between innings when he is going to be leading off. Same thing they do with the catcher, makes the last out of an inning where he puts on the gear.
The 1-2 is spiked in front of the plate and then bounces off the shoulder of the catcher, Martin Maldonado. It goes all the way back toward third base. And 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And for Ohtani, Stephen, it's not an easy process to just come in and put down the helmet. He has a shin guard he puts underneath his pant legs on the right leg. He has a protection he wears on the top of his right foot. He puts that on. He has an elbow pad on the right elbow. Then he puts on the batting gloves, and then he has a protection that he applies to the back of his right hand.
2-2. Cease is ready, as is Ohtani. The pitch. Chop foul off the front of the Padre dugout.
Dodgers have to figure out Cease. Cease in San Diego did not allow a run in the 7 innings. Only 3 hits and struck out 11, even though he walked 5. The Dodgers just never did figure out a pattern against Cease and hit the ball effectively.
Ohtani is 7 for 22 lifetime against Cease, whose 2-2 pitch is a slider low. Full count to Ohtani leading off. 4 of those 7 hits for Ohtani against Cease have gone for extra bases. 3 of them have left the yard. Gave up a run on the mound in the top of the first, trying to help get it back in the bottom of the first. On a 3-2 pitch, Ohtani strikes out swinging. So Cease picks up where he left off at Petco Park, striking out Ohtani, the first batter of the game.
And it came on that slider that just went down.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame show, Mo. The Dodgers are actually one of the best slider hitting teams in baseball in the National League. They have the highest slugging percentage and the second best average, but still, Cease's slider is a little different, and the Dodgers are just 1 for 14 against it in San Diego. Base is empty, 1 out. Here's Mookie Betts. Takes a first pitch, ball 1 outside, a fastball at 100 from Cease, so he is trying to meet the moment as well. I think everybody coming to the park today felt a little something extra, a little something different. The 1-0 pitch is a slider way outside, not competitive.
Strange about Cease in that victory against the Dodgers last week down in San Diego. He had gone 11 consecutive starts without a victory.
2 balls, no strikes. Betts in a driver's seat. Cease kicks and deals. And Mookie swings, fouling back strike 1. Toward the upper deck to our right.
Well, again, as we saw in San Diego, in my estimation, Sheets in left and Wade in center probably played the deepest outfield that we see in a non-prevent double situation, maybe in the 9th inning of the game.
Cease into his windup, the 2-1. Betts swings and pushes the fly ball, slicing down the right field side. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report is once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. 2-2 count on Betts. 1-0 San Diego. Another fly ball, another foul ball on the right side.
Yeah, my point being on the depth of the outfield, with Sheets and Wade in particular, is that there's a lot of room in front of the outfielders. They protect deep. That's just their defensive alignment. I watched them set up different areas in the infield before they took batting practice today.
Another 2-2 pitch to Betts, and Mookie is down swinging. Chased a slider from Cease, so he's got 2 Ks on 2 sliders here in the bottom of the first.
By setting up the defense and a coach that went on the outfield grass right behind the dirt of the infield, every 8 strides would put a baseball down on the field. Another 8 strides, another baseball down, all the way around to first base, from third to first. And that's where they establish playing straight away against the Dodger hitters when they make their alignment.
2 outs, bases still empty. Freddie Freeman up with the Dodgers trailing 1-0 in the first.
Now, obviously, they have to pick
Fastball
those
high.
baseballs up, but it marked off to where you can see, okay, if I take 8 bases over, I'm directly in front of this spot that you can look behind the stands. The Dodgers do basically the same thing.
The 1-0 pitch. Freddie swings and pulls it foul into the camera well beyond the Padre dugout on the first base side.
Because you'll get a defensive card that says, okay, against this particular hitter, sequencing, are you playing 2 steps to pull? Are you playing 2 steps the other way?
The 1-1 pitch. And Freddie slices it foul on the third base side into the top of the net. Drops down close to Dino Ebel. Cease jumps in front 1-2. Anthony Banda still throwing in left field. It feels like it's just going to be a 1-inning outing for Shohei Ohtani on the mound. San Diego 1, Dodgers nothing, bottom of the first. A 1-2 pitch. Freeman takes low.
And 1 inning with Ohtani's fine. You know, the pitch count higher than they would have liked to have had it. But as Dave Roberts was saying earlier today, how does Ohtani feel tomorrow after pitching? And he's basically going through what pitchers go to in spring training and actually getting into games and throwing.
Here comes the pitch. And Freddie strikes out swinging. A fastball by him at 99. Dylan Cease strikes out the side in the bottom of the first as he keeps the Padres ahead 1-0. The game moves to the second. And there will be a pitching change when we come back.
School is out. It's time to let loose, lay in the sun. Hey, it's Alex Cooper. These are the songs that will always and forever remind me of summer.
Alex Cooper's Unwell Summer Mix throughout the weekend, starting Friday on her exclusive channel, Unwell Music.
I'm on Channel 3 when you're ready to hang.
Or dive in now on the SiriusXM app.
Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the SiriusXM app.
Let the games begin.
On SiriusXM, you get all the sports play-by-play you want and all the live sports talk you need. It's always a home game when you listen to the NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB on the all-new SiriusXM app.
How good is that?
We fuel your fandom with NASCAR, the biggest college games, PGA, and soccer. And when news breaks, hear instant reaction.
We got a big developing story out of Cincinnati.
The all-new SiriusXM app. Everything a sports fan needs, all in one place.
Patients, terms and conditions apply.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on SiriusXM 89 on the SiriusXM app.
Top of the second inning is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Shohei Ohtani's night is done. 1 inning, 1 earned run on 2 hits. No strikeouts, no walks. 28 pitches, 16 strikes. There was a wild pitch in there. There was a missed check swing call before Manny Machado brought in the first run of the game on a sacrifice fly. So an interesting bag for Ohtani in his pitching debut. Anthony Banda's first pitch is fouled to the right side by Jake Cronenworth, strike 1. It's a Dodger pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 6, 7, and 8 for San Diego, starting with Cronenworth. Padres lead 1-0. A pitch from Banda is a good slider on the outer third. Quickly 0-2. Ben Kasparius scheduled to be the bulk pitcher today. He is up throwing in the Dodgers bullpen in left field. Banda's 0-2 to Cronenworth. Slider hooks outside. Dodgers in their home whites. Padres in their road browns with the pinstripe. The yellow accents. Banda kicks and deals. Ball out of the red glove, and that slider was a ball out of hand. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Banda on the third base side of the rubber. Cronenworth fouls it back above our booth and to the left. Fastball at 96 from Banda. Now the Padres started the game with a bloop base hit by Fernando Tatis Jr. Got to second on a wild pitch. And ultimately that wild pitch proved costly. Another 2-2 from Banda, another foul ball from Cronenworth. Ariza's single was more legitimate. Took it the other way in a 2-strike count. And then came Machado. So that is how Ohtani's pitching career in Dodger Blue began. Another 2-2. Banda spikes a slider. The count's now full.
Yeah, that's 3 sliders in this at-bat that Banda has missed by a total of about 4 feet.
Dodgers began the day in first place in the National League West, 3 games clear of San Diego, 2 in front of San Francisco. The payoff pitch, called strike 3, dotted a fastball at the knees at 96, and Cronenworth knew it.
Well, you can't walk it to home plate and go exact any better than that when you're looking at where the outside corner of the plate is.
One out, nobody on. It's Trenton Brooks. Ball 1 blown away from Banda. A slider well out of the reach of the left-handed hitting Brooks. A 29-year-old rookie. The high school in El Cajon. Making his Padres debut. Swinging a foul ball toward his own dugout, 1-1. Brooks got the call up because of an unfortunate injury. Jackson Merrill, the young stud center fielder, was tagged out in a headfirst slide in Arizona, and the tag got him on the head, on the helmet, and pushed him to the 7-day concussion injured list. Banda's 1-1. Brooks checks the swing on a slider hooking away. The Dodgers appeal but lose, so it's 2-1.
Brooks was having himself quite a season in AAA. .317, 14 home runs, 54 RBIs. He was with the Giants last year, just 25 at-bats.
2 balls and a strike. The pitch. That's swatted foul in the upper deck. 2-2. You appreciate stories like this, Mo. A 29-year-old rookie, that means that he has really had to battle. He was a 17th round pick of Cleveland back in 2016, and so talking about better part of a decade toiling in the minor leagues waiting for a shot. Banda's 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball painted on the outside corner at 97. Back-to-back punch-outs for Anthony Banda.
Well, for Banda, 2 batters here that he's faced. He's owned the outside corner right at the knees outside.
That brings us to the 8th spot of the order. The man taking over in center field, specifically for Merrill, Tyler Wade. Brooks is the DH tonight. 2 outs, bases empty. San Diego 1, the Dodgers nothing. Banda's first pitch is a fastball in the dirt. Left on left. Banda deals. Wade takes. Fastball down the pipe at 96. Strike 1.
Wade's been in a slump. You look at the last 16 games collectively. He's not playing every day, but just a 133 average.
The 1-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Fastball in the outside corner. That's been the pitch for Anthony Banda in this inning, Mo. I mean, he has really got strong command of his heater.
Now does Wade look for the ball outside, come inside? Well, Smith's sitting outside with a target.
1-2 popped up, drifting toward the Dodger dugout and over it. 2 rows back. Nice catch there by a fan.
You know, we talk so many times about mistakes being hit. Well, that was a mistake pitch. That was a slider right down the middle, but it was fouled off.
Banda preparing for his 18th pitch. Count still 1-2 on Wade. Here it is. Up and in. The slider slipped out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First of 4 games for these two division rivals, and then they won't play again until the middle of August. Bonda's 2-2. Wade stays alive, poking one foul on the third base side. Just got a piece of a fastball. That was at 98 for Bonda. A Manny Machado sacrifice fly in the top of the first inning, the only scoring so far in this one. That earned run charge to Shohei Ohtani, who at long last made his Dodger pitching debut. 2-2 outside. Fastball at 6 inches off the plate, so now Wade has a full count. A lot of full counts the first time through. 5 of the first 8 Padres have gone full. The payoff. Upstairs, ball 4 and a leadoff walk. Could not locate the fastball that time. And so issuing a walk to Tyler Wade, who, as you mentioned, Mo, has not been tearing the cover off the ball.
No,
suboptimal.
He's a guy, 133 the last 16 games. You've got to go right at him. And here comes Dave Roberts.
And so Anthony Bonda unable to finish a full second inning. 21 pitches. It looks like his evening is done after the 2-out walk to Wade. A pitching change in front of the catcher, Martin Maldonado. Ben Kasparius will come in when we come back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
Welcome back to Talking Snack Radio. Big news, Bob.
Let's hear it.
When the Dodgers steal a base, fans get a free AM/PM hot dog and 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola with the AM/PM app.
That's right, Mike. This is a real game changer.
More like a life changer.
Hey-o.
This is the MVP of promos.
Better start carrying my mustard bottle around.
Slide into free snacks with the official convenience store of the Dodgers. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Only 1,000 deals available per game on the AM/PM app for 24 hours through September 28th. Only at participating AM/PM stores while supplies last.
Hi, it's Hannah, and welcome to the HannahCast. Today, Piggy Bank's gonna fuel our episode with questions about Argo rewards. Yep, earn up to $5 in rewards at sign up. And 5 cents on every gallon. Sounds pretty sensible, if you ask me. Oh, all this savings talk making you hungry? There you go. Learn how to earn at arcorewards.com.
By entering your phone number, you're agreeing to receive recurring automated informational and marketing SMS, MMS messages from Marathon. Other terms and conditions may apply at participating locations only.
Hey, it's Freddie Freeman. When it comes to your child's health, you want the team from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. At CHLA, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise, with care completely tailored to kids. U.S. News and World Report has once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for pediatrics. Whether it's routine checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at CHLA.
His first full season in the majors. Still a rookie is Ben, but he has not pitched like one this year. His last outing, last Wednesday in San Diego against the Padres. 4 innings, gave up a run on 3 hits, couple of walks, including one to the man he's facing, the catcher, Martin Maldonado, the 9th spot of the order. 1-0 Padres. Kasparius misses up and away with the fastball, ball 1. It was a bases-loaded walk to Maldonado in Kasparius' first inning of work in that outing, and he's fallen behind Maldonado here, 2 balls, no strikes. Anthony Bonda just walked Tyler Wade. We discussed before the break that's not something you should do, obviously not something he wanted to do. But now Kasparius, 2-0 to Maldonado with the top of the order on deck. Go at him. He does, and he gets a swing and a miss on a high fastball. 2-1.
Well, an inning and 2/3, and the Dodgers are on their 3rd pitcher.
First inning sacrifice fly, the only run so far. Runner on, 2 out. Another swing and a miss from Kasparius. To square the count against Maldonado, 2-2. Went back to the high heater. Maldonado batting just .185. He does have 4 hits his last 5 games, but a long-time veteran backstop, a defense first, second, and third catcher. The 2-2, runner goes, swinging a pop-up, and is drifting foul on the right side. And so Tyler Wade, who was running on the play, got all the way to third. He will cut across the infield and head back to first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on. The Dodgers trail by a run here in this series opener against San Diego. Xperius out of the stretch, looks over his front left shoulder at Wade, and now deals his 2-2. Maldonado lays off a breaking ball in the dirt, full count. Another full count, and it's 3-2 on Martin Maldonado. Six of the first 9 Padres.
Yep, I'm just going to say that's 6 full counts.
You cannot walk this guy. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes. Swinging a fly ball left field. Playable though for Conforto. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning. So, random stress for the Dodgers against the bottom of the Padres order again, just like last week in Petco, but a scoreless second. And Dylan Cease comes back to the mound with San Diego up by 1.
Hey, it's David Vassegh. Now is the time to make sure your home is primed for the season with heating products by Navien. We know Navien tankless water heaters gives us endless hot water and big savings. Navien also makes high-efficiency products that deliver comfort in the form of heat to every corner of your home. Now Navien is taking comfort to the next level by introducing a hydro furnace that provides even, high-efficiency forced air heat powered by the same proven technology as their water heating products. Visit NavienInc.com/Dodgers.
I can live my dreams.
I can rewrite my story.
I can create a future I look forward to.
When you enroll at a California community college, you open the door to unlimited possibilities. Whether you want to transfer to a 4-year university or earn an associate degree, financial aid and hundreds of career programs are here to help make it all happen.
I can do this.
It's time to take control of your future. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Damage done for Mookie Betts.
Experience a vibrant celebration of culture at Dodger Stadium for Black Heritage Night. Come out Thursday, June 19th versus the San Diego Padres and celebrate the rich history of black culture and traditions. Arrive early for a special celebrity softball game and immerse yourself in this unique night with a pregame DJ performance in Center Field Plaza. Don't miss out on an exclusive Black Heritage Night jersey available with a special ticket package. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your SiriusXM subscription on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Bottom of the second, the Dodgers down 1-0 against San Diego. Dylan Cease struck out the side in the bottom of the first. Got Ohtani and Betts swinging with sliders, and then Freddie Freeman with a fastball. Teoscar Hernández will lead things off against San Diego's righty. The pitch taken by Teoscar, a slider low and away. Teoscar Hernández, Will Smith, and Max Muncy on the schedule. The 1-0. Teoscar waves at strike 1. Good slider from Cease that fell off the table. The Dodgers on their third pitcher. San Diego still on their one, who right now is their ace. A 1-1 pitch. Hernandez tries to check his swing. He waves at another slider, falling behind 1-2. And Cease, he was a guy that the Dodgers owned in the division series last year, but 8 earned runs on him in his 2 outings in just 5 innings. But 2 outings this season so far, Cease has turned the tables. Here's the 1-2. And Hernandez strikes out. Swung at a fastball above the zone. 4 straight Ks to begin the ballgame for Cease.
I just have to figure out Cease. And a guy who throws a lot of sliders, I mean, what is their approach? Their approach is to think more up the middle in the swings? Well, whatever it is, they need to either apply it or change their approach.
Let's see how the rest of this first trip through goes. But if it stays like this, whatever the scouting report and the plan was, I don't know. A first pitch strike to Will Smith, 99 from Dylan Cease. So much attention to the opposing starter tonight. Shohei Ohtani made his first official appearance on the mound as a Dodger. The 0-1 to Smith. ate him up at 100, up and in. Check swing, the appeal, and Smith held up, so it's 1-1.
Well, velocity tonight on both sides has been in the fast lane.
Trip Gibbs, Ryan Blakey, first base umpire, has missed 2 check swing calls now, in our humble opinion. The 1-1 pitch to Smith. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. A fastball away.
4 consecutive strikeouts. So for Cease this year's work now, 8 in the 3rd innings? 15 strikeouts? That's just against the Dodgers. And again, before that victory down in San Diego, the last outing that he had, no wins in 11 consecutive starts.
Trying to make it wins in back-to-back starts. He's up 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. Base is empty, 1 out. On a 1-2 pitch, Smith strikes out swinging. Cease pumped a fastball by him down the middle at 100. 5 straight Ks to start the game. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It is a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Two outs and nobody on. 1-0 Padres. Here's Max Muncy. 1 home run shy of 200 as a Dodger. 71 shy of our pal EK, Eric Karros. Strike 1 on Muncy. Okay, a couple boosts over with Joe Davis on Sportsnet LA. And Muncy has to spin out of the way of 100. Nearly hit him. A fastball up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cease deals. Muncy pulls it foul at the feet of Chris Woodward, the Dodgers' first base coach. Played up the line by the ball person. Another 2-strike count for Dylan Cease.
So the fastball's at 99 to 100. That slider was at 92. So there's a disparity in the
NASCAR Radio Channel 90. Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that RJ Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
No one brings you the passion of the beautiful game quite like SiriusXM FC.
Would you believe this?
Whether it's live matches from the EPL, MLS, the NWSL, or the UEFA Champions League.
This is sensational!
Or live talk shows featuring the sport's most entertaining experts.
You don't get to say, I don't feel like making that play right now. You make the play.
It's the world of soccer at your fingertips.
How mouth-watering is that?
SiriusXM FC, channel 157 in the car, and streaming on the SiriusXM app.
A long fly ball to center. She is gone.
Dodger fans, this is Dave Roberts, and you're listening to Los Angeles Dodgers baseball on Sirius XM.
On Fernando Tatis, ball 1. We go back to last Wednesday. The Dodgers have required 11 pitchers to cover 11 innings against San Diego. 1-0. Dives low on Tatis. 2 balls, no strikes. Tonight, Shohei Ohtani pitched his first inning as a Dodger, gave up an earned run on a sacrifice fly, gave up 2 hits, no strikeouts, no walks, 28 pitches, only 16 strikes. Kasparius misses up and in on Tatis, spins out of the way of ball 3. Then Anthony Bonda came in, struck out the first 2 before walking Tyler Wade. Up the line at Dodger Stadium. Look around the ballpark for a QR code to scan, or if you're not here, or even if you are, just open up the Uber Eats app and order from your seat so you can enjoy every pitch, run, and out. Kasparius gets the first out of the 3rd. Now here's Arise. The pitch. Ground ball, right side. Tommy Edman dives with a stop on the grass. He spins and throws, and that's another sparkling play for Tommy Edman. He's got 2 already tonight.
Just an all-out dive, and not only getting the baseball, but then presence of mind to be able to get up. He spun, turned his back to first base, and then throws a perfect throw over to first base for Freeman.
Keeps the bases empty. Now 2 out. Manny Machado back to the plate. RBI sac fly his first time up. First pitch from Casparius here in the third is a slider away, ball one. Machado should have been called out on strikes. He checked his swing and looked like he went around, but he was given an extra life by Ryan Blakeney, and he took advantage. Casparius misses again. This bounces in the left-handed batter's box away from Machado, 2-0. Casparius kicks and deals. Machado watches a strike on the outside corner. Good fastball from Casparius at 97, who continues his transition, Mo, toward the starting rotation. Obviously came out of the bullpen tonight, but they're stretching him out. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Fastball running in on the right-handed hitting Machado.
Already a lot of pitches thrown by the Dodgers. Combined 68. Spread with Ohtani, Banda, and now Casparius.
The 2-2 taken by Machado, a slider low and away.
And the seventh. Full count.
Might be 8 of the first 11 at this point.
Yep.
The payoff. Machado swings and chops it foul on the third base side. It really kind of has like put some cement in the shoes of this ball game, so to speak. It's slow out the gates, except for Dylan Cease. He's made quick work of the Dodgers. Casparius with another 3-2 to Machado. Another foul ball. This one into the net behind home plate.
And this is the 8th different full count against the Padres hitter.
It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. As you're working your way home on this beautiful Monday night, thanks for being with us. Or sorry for being stuck with us. Another 3-2. This one swung on and popped up. Tommy Edman going back from second. He calls for it and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 third for Ben Casparius. Keeps it a one-run game. When we come back, the bottom of the Dodger order, starting with Andy Pages.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
Which team will get the edge in tonight's Game 5 of the NBA Finals? Sirius XM NBA Radio with a preview all day between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder. Series tied at 2. Then the play-by-play. Your Finals home. NBA Radio, Sirius XM Channel 86, and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here. Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on Sirius XM. We're back on the track Sunday.
1 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Great American Getaway 400, presented by VisitPA.com.
From Pocono Raceway on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90. For up-to-date betting lines, fantasy plays, and the latest NASCAR news, catch the pre-race show before every Cup Series race. Plus, 2 hours of post-race coverage on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90.
The corner at Valley View Casino and Hotel.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on Sirius XM 89 and the Sirius XM app.
Scheduled to face Dylan Cease. It's been 6 up, 6 down against the Padres starters so far. He and the Friars lead this opener 1-0. Pages digs in, taps the plate, twirls it towards Cease, and now the pitch. Pages takes ball one low and away. A slider misses.
I just look back into last Tuesday's game when Cease was pitching. He did not reach 100 miles an hour.
It's 1-0. Pages shoots it the other way for a base hit. That is slicing towards the corner. Tatis watches it dribble by him all the way to the wall. And so Andy Pages gives the Dodgers their first base runner and their first hit. It's a stand-up leadoff double in the third.
And Pages, we continue to talk about it, but for very good reason. He was really pull conscious If you look back to last year, and I think part of the early goings of this season, he handles the ball inside especially well. It was the ball away from him last year in particular that was problematic. Well, now he has learned how to go the other way and with some power.
11th double this season for Pages, tying run in scoring position for LA in the third. Michael Conforto to the plate. The Dodger left fielder batting from the left side. The righty Cease looks back at Pages, who's shuffling off second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce Slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app to play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Cease out of the stretch. Upstairs with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this is the key for any opposing team against Dylan Cease. We talked about it in San Diego, but the Dodgers really didn't have many chances to. You have to get him into the stretch. The numbers against him go way up when there are runners on base. 1-1. Conforto bends back out of the way. 98 up and in, ball 2. Just put into context those numbers. With nobody on, opponents hit .202 against Cease. With men on base, it skyrockets more than 100 points at .306 opponent's batting average.
And it's above .280 with runners in scoring position, like right now.
2-1. Conforto takes. Strike 2 called, and that looked like it was outside, but the slider goes Cease's way, squares the count 2-2. Twilight here at Dodger Stadium. San Gabriel's turning into a shadow in the distance. Winds breezing out toward right center field. San Diego leads the game 1-0, but the Dodgers in position to strike back here in the bottom of the third. 1 on and nobody out. The 2-2 pitch from Cease. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ate him up with a fastball up and in. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your SiriusXM subscription on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Now Tommy Edmonds' first at-bat, presented by Edmonds. Get an offer for your car and find your next one, all on Edmonds.com. Conforto strikes out, the 6th punch out for Cease. Pages still on second, 1 away in the third. Tommy Edman, the last of the order, and it was good to see Tommy get another tank. His 10th of the season on Sunday Night Baseball. He's got hits in 10 of his last 14 games. First pitch from Cease is a strike called at the knees. The slider just got to the bottom of the zone. '40th pitch of the night on the way from Cease. Edman has to jump out of the way of a fastball inside at 98 around the midsection. Shohei Ohtani is on deck. On a night he made his Dodger pitching debut. Now studying Cease. 1 on, 1 out, the 1-1 pitch. Edman pops a foul back behind home plate. Advantage Cease, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4 of the first 6 punch-outs for Cease have come on his fastball, and they've all been well into the upper 90s. It's the most strikeouts he's had on that pitch all season. The 1-2. Edman leans back. That's way upstairs and a little in at 99. Pages led off the inning with a stand-up double into right field. He's the tying run if the Dodgers can bring him home. Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop, is nearly straight up with the bag at second base. Wide hole on the left side of the infield. Edman, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. On this 2-2, Edman chops one to the right side. In the glove of Cronenworth on the backhand, throws across his body to Arise. That's out number 2. Pages gets the third on the play.
Well, friends, you can make your Dodger players all-stars. That's right. You can cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star ballot daily at MLB.com/vote. Right, you go on the Dodger website, look on the right side. You see in the column, Vote Now. He explains alphabetically, batting average, home runs, everything. So vote often.
Now Ohtani, 2 outs, Padres on third, and he is dancing nearly halfway up the line. The pitch from Cease, down and in the dirt, ball 1. Ohtani struck out swinging his first time up. That was on the heels of a lengthy top of the first inning on the mound. He threw 28 pitches. The Padres had 2 hits. They scored a run on a sacrifice fly. Now Ohtani can tie the game here in the third. The pitch is blistered the other way. That will tie the game. 1 hops to the base of the wall. Padres scores. Ohtani strides to second with a stand-up game-tying double in the third. We're level at 1.
Well, when you run out of words, amazing works. I mean, here's a guy that started, been 663 days. Then he makes the transition. I mean, how he is able to focus, to move from one task to the next, and then the next, is truly amazing.
Clutch. 2-out double for Ohtani. He's in scoring position for Mookie Betts. It's a 1-1 ball game. The pitch. Now Mookie fouls it away on the right side. Betts, like Ohtani, struck out swinging in the first. Ohtani stays warm at the plate. He's 6 for his last 8 with 3 extra base hits. Infield playing back and shifted over to the left side. The 0-1. Mookie lifts it high in the air, just left to center field. Wade couldn't see it. Now at the last moment, he catches it as Sheets runs into him. That's what twilight sky at Dodger Stadium can do to you. But it's caught at the last moment, and that gets Cease through the third. But that's after Shohei Ohtani's game-tying double. It's a 1-1 game. We move along to the 4th in L.A.
Now that baseball season's in full swing, get ready for Major League winning when you join the most generous Players Club in Southern California at Valley View Casino and Hotel. Join and receive over $200 in free instant offers to enjoy at San Diego's favorite casino. Signing up for the Players Club is always quick, easy, and free. So visit valleyviewcasino.com to learn more today. Experience exclusive promotions and special events that elevate your gaming experience. Your next big win is just around the corner at Valley View Casino and Hotel.
It's time for Dodgers baseball with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Which means it's time to grab an ice-cold Tito's and lemonade and cheer on our boys with a cocktail that bats 1,000. This season, paint the town blue with Tito's, America's favorite vodka for America's favorite pastime. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Got him swinging! That's it!
Join the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium to relive the epic World Champ celebration on Tuesday, June 17th versus the San Diego Padres. Be one of the first 40,000 fans in the park and take home an exclusive championship trophy replica in commemoration of the thrilling 2024 postseason finale. Presented by Budweiser. Your circle, our field. Don't miss out on this item and that champion feel. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
A long fly ball to center. She is gone.
Dodger fans, this is Dave Roberts, and you're listening to Los Angeles Dodgers baseball on Sirius XM.
Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time.
New ball game. Shohei Ohtani with a 2-out RBI double in the bottom of the third. So the top of the 4th begins. A level at 1. Ben Kasparius misses a little upstairs to Gavin Sheets. The left fielder kicks things off. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for San Diego. The pitch. Swung on. Pop straight up. This is drifting back behind home plate. It'll get out of the way. Come to Dodger Stadium Wednesday against the Padres. It's Gold Player Jersey Night. First 40,000 fans can score a stunning and memorable Dodgers Champions Gold Player Jersey presented by Synchron. For tickets and info, go to Dodgers.com/promotions. The 1-1 pitch. Cut on and missed. Strike 2 for Kasparius. A fastball was running up and away at 97. Sheets is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second the first time up in the first inning. Back up again in the 4th. On a 1-2 pitch from Kasperius, Sheets lays off ball 2 outside, a fastball at 98. 2 feet off the plate and high. Sheets has been a revelation for San Diego, and he brings a 6-game hitting streak to Dodger Stadium. 2-2, rolled foul on the first base side. He was non-tendered by the Chicago White Sox. The worst team in the history of Major League Baseball said that they were done with him, did not think he was good enough. So he signed a minor league deal with the Padres, Mo, and he has been a key player for them in their lineup. Kasperius loses a breaking ball outside. That fills the count on Sheets. Another full count for the Dodgers. '30th pitch of the ball game for Kasperius. It is low by a hair. Kasperius wanted that strike 3 call. It didn't come. Dave Roberts is barking at Trip Gibson, the home plate umpire. Trip Gibson, you'll recall, was the jabroni in Queens that called the obstruction, made the obstruction call on Max Muncy.
And was going to call the second one.
So good to see him again. We missed him. Leadoff walk for Kasperius here in the 4th. Xander Bogaerts to the plate. First pitch from Kasperius, up and away. A fastball misses, ball 1. Kasperius not throwing enough strikes tonight. He's out of the stretch, the 1-0. And Bogaerts hits it hard, left center field gap. This ball's going to get down. Pages hustling over to cut it off, and it bounces away from him. It's a pinwheel for Gavin Sheets. The relay home. There will not be a play. It's an RBI double for Xander Bogaerts. And the leadoff walk bites Ben Kasperius and the Dodgers. San Diego jumps back in front.
No, we say it a lot, but leadoff walk, you start to look at the numbers over the years, they score just over 30% of the time. And especially when you have a leadoff walk and then a bad location on a breaking ball.
Still nobody out. Bogaerts on second. Cronenworth swings at the first pitch, sends it in the air to left field. Conforto comes on to make the catch. That's out number 1 in the 4th. The Dodgers now trail 2-1 after the RBI double for Xander Bogaerts, who has been ice cold for the majority of the first half of the season. He's hitting below 200 the last 4 weeks, but he hit that one hard to score Sheets from first. Bogaerts still on second. 1 out, Trenton Brooks, the rookie DH who struck out looking his first time up. First pitch from Kasperius. Tails outside, misses with the fastball again, ball 1.
Do you notice how long Will Smith held up the target where he caught the ball? That's basically a message to the guy behind you, the umpire.
Kasperius breaking ball, check swing, did he go? No. 2 balls, no strikes.
Reminds me of a conversation I had with Steve Yeager. I said, when you're catching and you feel the umpire missed a call, what do you do? He goes, I grunt. I said, what happens in the 9th inning? Because anything after the 7th inning, I don't grunt. I turn around and tell them they flat out missed it.
2-0 pitch. That catches the bottom of the zone. Good breaking ball from Kasperius. 2 balls and a strike. Two-1 San Diego, 1-0 out in the 4th. The 2-1 pitch from Kasperius. Up and away, ball 3. And so again, Kasperius is not throwing enough strikes. He is working from behind. And that is not a position any pitcher wants to be in. They want to be dictating, getting ahead. The 3-1, Brooks swings and pops it foul. Strike 2 as the wave works its way around. The foul ball drops into the field level seats right behind it.
This is the 4th inning with 1 out. And yet we've been talking about it. This is the 10th different batter that's had a full count. The Dodgers pitching extra pitches that they've had to make.
Casparis looks back at Bogaerts, deals to Brooks, and gets a swing and a miss. Strike 3. First strikeout for Casparis in his outing tonight. It's out number 2 in the 4th.
Well, here's the stage that's set. You know, Wade, the first at bat was behind the count 1-2, and he walked. And I mentioned the last 16 games, he's hitting $133 is all.
Wade grounds the first pitch. Freddie Freeman stops it on the back, and Casparis over the bag. Edman picks up the ball, and it's fielded by Casparis. He was sliding toward first in time to get Wade, and that would end the inning. The Padres may want to take another look. Wade is still hanging out at the first base line, but the Dodgers are walking off the field.
That's a big-time play by Casparis over at first base.
Off of Freeman's glove. Edman was there. Casparis covered, and that strands Bogaerts. But the RBI double makes it 2-1 San Diego in the middle of the 4th.
Hello, it's me, Katie Nolan, host of Casuals on the SiriusXM Podcast Network. It's a podcast for people who like sports a normal amount. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm joined by some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment to break down our favorite news stories from the sports world and beyond. It really doesn't matter what level of sports fandom or knowledge you have, just bring what you've got. We're all here to have fun and learn together. No judgments. You can find Casuals on the SiriusXM app, Pandora, or wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Love you. Mean it.
No one brings you the passion of the beautiful game quite like SiriusXM FC.
Would you believe this?
Whether it's live matches from the EPL, MLS, the NWSL, or the UEFA Champions League.
This is sensational!
Or live talk shows featuring the sport's most entertaining experts.
You don't get to say, I don't feel like making that play right now. You make the play.
It's the world of soccer at your fingertips.
How mouth-watering is that?
SiriusXM FC, channel 157 in the car, and streaming on the SiriusXM app.
Hello, children. I'm Alice Cooper. Rocco Mediat and I are talking golf, music, and more on Rolling the Rock.
Jake Trout and the Flounders.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They were pretty good, except for Payne Stewart. I said, Payne, you're one of the nicest people I've ever met. You are one of the worst harmonica players ever on the planet.
Listen to Rolling the Rock on PGA Tour Radio or anytime on the SiriusXM app. And you better listen, because we know where you live.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on SiriusXM 89 on the SiriusXM app.
Just like music to relax my mind so I can be free.
Dodgers find themselves trailing once again. It's 2-1 San Diego. Freddie Freeman leads off the bottom of the 4th inning. Freeman will be followed by Teoscar Hernández and Will Smith against Dylan Cease. First pitch taken for a strike. Freddie struck out swinging, so he's 0 for 1. Dylan Cease with 6 punch-outs his first 3 innings. The Dodgers finally got to him. Andy Pages led off the 3rd with a double, and then Ohtani brought him home with a 2-out double of his own. Freeman takes again. This time it's in the dirt and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freddie is 1 for his last 11 on this homestand. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away on the left side. Strike 2 for Cease. A message from California Public Health. Teens, you can feel better when you balance your stress, and you can do so with tips and tools made for teens by teens. Learn more at takespacetopause.org. On a 1-2 from Cease, Freeman pulls one down the first base line, and Arise is there to snare the line out. Arise was perfectly positioned a couple of feet off the line.
Padres with that mixed defense against Freeman. They play the infield to pull, but the outfield the opposite direction.
So a line out for Freddie. 1 gone in the 4th. Teoscar Hernández. 0 for 1, a strikeout victim. Strike 1 from Cease. Padres 2, Dodgers 1. Bases empty, 1 out in the 4th. The pitch. Teoscar takes outside, ball 1. Cease misses with the slider. The Teoscar has the 2nd most votes in the first counting from Major League Baseball in the All-Star balloting among all National League outfielders. Cease is 1-1. Teoscar bounces it over the head. Up the middle coming in is Cronenworth. Picks it up off the dirt, throws across his body. The stretch from Rise, and he's pulled off the bag. So Hernandez will reach with 1 out in the 4th inning. That was a high chopper and then a slow roller, and Cronenworth did well to make it a play, but Arise couldn't hold the bag. So it's an infield single for Teoscar Hernandez. 3rd Dodger hit in their last 7 trips to the plate. Will Smith up. Massive hole in the right side of the infield with Arise holding Teoscar on first base. The pitch. And Will Smith swings and misses a fastball that was running up and in. That's strike 1. Now Smith has cooled off in June. He has the tying run on in front of him. The 0-1. Way outside. Not competitive was that fastball. In the month of June, Will is batting .211 now after he struck out in the 2nd. Back to the plate in the 4th, 2-1 San Diego. Here comes the pitch. Smith takes. It's ball 2. Fastball outside. Maldonado tried to steal a strike. That was too far off the plate to fool Tripp Gibson. The 2-1. Well outside again. Cease has kind of lost the fastball command. That was a 1.5 feet into the left-handed batter's box. 3-1 on Smith. Max Muncy waiting in the wings on deck. Pitch. And Smith pulls it in the air to left field. Sheets running after it. Long run, and he's not going to get there. Teoscar Hernandez going from 1st to 3rd. Smith hustling for 2nd. He slides in safe with a 1-out double. It looked like Gavin Sheets was running in slow motion, and that ball kept hooking away from him. It bounced toward the running track along the line, or the warning track, along the line.
And it was a breaking ball, and Will Smith went down and got it. Well, I commented that both Sheets in left and Wade in center play the deepest outfield positions in those 2 slots of any team that we have seen this year. So he had an extra distance to run to begin with.
Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, will come out and have a visit with Cease in the Padre infield. This mound visit is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Tying run on 3rd, go-ahead run on 2nd with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 San Diego, but Max Muncy trying to change the look of the scoreboard.
No, here's a spot, too, that you can really trade an infield ground out for a run. Hit it to the right side. Doubt the infield would be playing in. At least the right side with the left-handed hitting Muncy. Oh, they're giving up.
Yeah,
their family reunions that last less time than this.
Finally broken up. The Dodgers with back-to-back hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and they got something cooking against Dylan Cease.
Yeah. Anywhere except right back to the pitcher on a ground ball, and maybe to 3rd as well. Again, you can trade it out for a run and have a tie ball game.
Infield playing back, shifted over to the right side. Muncy, the left-handed hitter. Digs in, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out in the 4th. Dodgers trail by 1. Cease misses in the dirt with the slider.
He's missing more and more often now with that slider. It was kind of textbook over the first 2 innings of this ballgame.
His last start, he went 7 shutout in San Diego against the Dodgers, gave up 3 hits total. Tonight, the Dodgers already have 4 through 3 1/3. The 1-0 pitch. Muncy hits it to right field. This is down for a hit. Teoscar comes home. Will Smith being waved home. There won't be a play. It's a go-ahead knock for Max Muncy. The Dodgers jump ahead 3-2.
Clutch base hit by Muncy. Didn't try to do a whole lot with it, but making sure you make contact. Not only get the one run to tie it, they take the lead, and that was just a hanging breaking ball that Muncy stayed back on.
And also good work by Max to read the relay in. He was a hair off first base, and if the throw was going to come home, he probably would have broke for second. He opted to stay on first after his 2-run single flips the scoreboard. Now Andy Pages to the plate. The Dodgers up 3-2. Still only one out. The pitch. Pages takes it down the right field line, but it slices well out of play.
Well, normally be expecting Will Smith maybe to be held at third base, but Dino Ebel saw that Wade was having a little difficulty getting to the baseball, fielding it, getting it back in, and he just continued to wave around Will Smith.
Well, Max Muncy, 13 RBIs his last 15 games. 3-2 Dodgers in the fourth. Looking for more on an 0-1 pitch from Dylan Cease. Pages gets plunked on his left tricep, and he is staring at Dylan Cease. Cease is looking back, arms to the sky, like, why would I want to hit you on purpose?
Exactly.
Both managers come out of their top step of the dugout. There is barking going on across the field. Some of the Padres coaches are involved as well. Not Mike Schilt, who is now around home plate. Dave Roberts is close there as well. Pages being calmed down by Trip Gibson, the home plate umpire. Luis Arraez, the first baseman, is going to walk Andy up the line.
Well, that's not a spot that you're going to be throwing at a hitter to begin with. And, you don't like getting hit. Yeah, it hurts.
The reaction from the Padre dugout, I think, was in response to Teoscar Hernández, who was the first one out of the Dodger dugout. Of course, Andy Pages is like Teoscar's little brother. And so Hernández was ready to roll in case something was going to go down. And the Padres coaching staff took exception to that.
No, that's not a pitch you're trying to hit.
No, not at all.
And the good thing is that Pages does have a little protection on the left elbow that was just plunked. More importantly, the Dodgers, you don't want to light the fuse and let the Padres come back. I mean, right now, you've got the lead and trying to even build upon it.
Yeah, there's no way Dylan Cease is trying to hit him there, but Pages obviously didn't like having to wear a fastball. First and second, still one out in the fourth. The Dodgers lead 3-2. Michael Conforto waiting on a pitch. Swings at the first one and misses. Strike one, a fastball at 98 on the inner third. Muncy on second, Pages on first after the hit by pitch. Infield still back for San Diego. Left side open for Conforto. He swings and fouls it to the left side. That's strike two.
Conforto, a little strange number against right-handed pitching. He's hit just 158. Normally, lefties against righties, you're going to have the higher average.
Yeah, splits reverse for Conforto. On an 0-2, Cease misses high. Fastball upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, they got Conforto, 98-mile-an-hour fastball struck out when he faced him in the third inning.
Cease looks back at second, comes home to Conforto and gets a called strike three. Just got the outside corner, and Conforto stared at it. High slider from Cease, a well-executed pitch to get the out. 2 gone in the fourth. It'll be up to Tommy Edman. Edman's 0 for 1 with a ground out. The pitch. First pitch swinging, and he's on top of a slider down and in, strike one. 3 straight one-out hits for the Dodgers. Teoscar Hernández singled, Smith doubled, then Muncy bought both of them home with a single of his own. He's now on second, Pages on first. The 0-1 to Edman. Swatted to right field. That's down for a hit. Here comes Max Muncy. Here comes the throw from Tatis. Muncy's safe as the throw gets by Maldonado. And the Dodgers tack on one more. They lead 4-2. RBI single for Tommy Edman, clutching up with 2 out.
You start to look at the Dodgers and what they've done individually. Tommy Edman came in tonight with a 378 average with runners in scoring position. And one of the areas that the Dodgers are going to take advantage of, they're going to challenge the arm by Tatis. Not because he doesn't have a strong arm. He's not had accurate throws this year.
That brings Ohtani to the plate. First and second, 2 outs in the fourth. The Dodgers 4 and the Padres 2. Ohtani tied the game with a double his last time up. The pitch. Hit high in the air, drifting foul toward the lowest level in the third base side.
Here's one of the things we talked about in the third inning. I made mention that didn't know what the Dodgers' plan against Cease, and even going back to last week down in San Diego, struck out 11. But that plan wasn't working. Well, did the Dodgers change, or has Cease changed?
The 0-1. Ohtani fights it toward right field. This one's going to drop. A blue base hit. Pages hustling home. Edman going for third. Pages scores. Shohei Ohtani drives in another. That pitcher can absolutely rake. 5-2 LA.
And another wide throw coming in from Tatis. But Ohtani stood his ground. That pitch was high. It may have been out of the strike zone. Well, how he's able to get on top of that pitch is remarkable.
First and third for Mookie Betts. The Dodgers keep the line moving here in the bottom of the fourth. Betts is the 9th Dodger to the plate in this inning against Dylan Cease. At the corners at 2 down. The lead is 3. The pitch is tapped off the plate. Foul. Strike 1. Mo, how many times have we talked about it this year with the Dodgers? The best hitting team with runners in scoring position. They're doing it again here tonight.
Yeah, and it's just amazing. I mean, 4 for 8 runners in scoring position. And I mentioned it, Edman, 378 in that spot.
The 0-1 to Betts. This ball is hit hard left center field. No one's going to get that. Down for a hit. Edman scores. Ohtani to third. Don't stop now. 6-2 Dodgers.
And the Padres just continue to play very deep in the outfield. Not certain that Wade would have had it even if you've been, well, kind of normal depth. But the Dodgers here have been swinging the bats very well. They've taken advantage of poor throws. And they're trying to stick it to Cease and kind of even the score where they got shut out in San Diego by the right-hander.
They batted around. Freddie Freeman led off. He lined out to first. He's back to the plate. Activity down in the right field bullpen for San Diego. The Dodgers ahead 6-2. Martin Maldonado will stroll to the mound, presumably to give.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, you're struggling in the first 2 innings. A leadoff double in the bottom of the third by the Dodgers. They got that run across. But tonight, with the futility in San Diego against Cease and the futility in the first 2 innings, Dodgers now are 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
Mo, I mean, we got to be real about Dylan Cease's start tonight. After 2 innings, you're thinking, hey, are the Dodgers going to get a hit? I mean, 5 of the first 6 struck out. They couldn't touch him. And so he had that look. Cease, who threw a no-hitter last year for San Diego against Washington, he had that look about him here tonight. But the Dodgers have totally flipped the switch.
And I think one of the big reasons, too, we have not seen gigantic swings. Swings with purpose here in this inning.
All right, Freddie Freeman will face Dylan Cease for a second time in this inning. Third time tonight, he's 0 for 2. First and third, 2 gone in the fourth. Cease misses high, ball 1. The Dodgers with 5 runs in this inning. So Ohtani on third, Betts at first. Pickoff attempt at first base, and Mookie splashes safe.
Well, the outfield not as deep this trip to home plate for Freeman than they were the first 2 trips.
The pitch. Betts is running. throw is high, and Maldonado's going to keep it in his pocket with Ohtani at third. 2-0 for Freeman. 2 now in scoring position.
Oh, I like that. Just force the issue.
Sixth stolen base for Mookie Betts. He's perfect on the year. Second and third, 2 out. The 2-0 to Freeman. Freddie takes a strike at the top of the zone. His slider split the plate. Three straight RBI base hits for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman trying to keep it going. On a 2-1 pitch, he swings and bounces a second strike foul. This time, Cease went to the bottom of the zone with the slider. Squares the count 2-2. Cease at 30 pitches now in the bottom of the fourth. 77 in the game. The deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And Freddie strikes out swinging. Cease beat him with a high fastball at 98. And that ends the Dodger run in the fourth inning. But they bat around, push 5 across home plate with count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. No errors, 2 left on. At the end of 4, the Dodgers lead by 4, 6-2.
The Stanley Cup Final is on Sirius XM. Can the Florida Panthers repeat as champions?
He scores, and the Panthers are back in front.
Or will the Edmonton Oilers end Canada's 3-decade-long Stanley Cup drought?
3-on-1, Connor McDavid, right circle, dishes, gets it back and scores.
Hear the home and away broadcast of every game on Sirius XM in the car and the Sirius XM app. And talk about the quest for the Cup on NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Every night after the final out, the Round Trip Roundup brings you the scores, highlights, and analysis from every game across Major League Baseball, all in less than 30 minutes.
Swung on and missed, strike 3 and a no-hitter.
It's the perfect way to get caught up on all the night's biggest home runs and best performances.
And a high drive, deep right center.
It's the Round Trip Roundup on MLB Network Radio, every night on Sirius XM Channel 89 and every morning on the Sirius XM app.
This is Dave LaGreca, creator of the biggest pro wrestling show on the planet, Busted Open. Don't miss myself and my Hall of Fame cast and crew as we break down every story in and out of the ring and talk to the top names in the business, like the legend himself, The Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
Catch Busted Open live every day from 9 to noon Eastern on Sirius XM Fight Nation, channel 156, and on the Sirius XM app.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your Sirius XM subscription on Sirius XM 89 and the Sirius XM app.
5th inning. Ben Kasperius now working with the lead. He'll face Maldonado, Tatis Jr., and Arise. First pitch to the backstop is strike 1, a fastball at the knees at 96. Maldonado's 0 for 1. He flew out to left. Kasperius jumps ahead with strike 2. This is a more assertive Kasperius we're seeing after the first 2 pitches. Now trying to put him away. And he does. Got him swinging with a slider.
Well, friends, if you're a memorabilia collector, be here tomorrow night. Any night's a good night, but Game 2 of this series, relive the Dodgers championship glory. First 40,000 fans in attendance will receive a World Series replica trophy presented by Budweiser. For more information, Dodgers.com/promotions.
Tatis Jr. swings at the first pitch and he pops it up. Shallow right field. Edman going back. Teoscar coming in. Tommy Edman makes the catch. Out number 2 for Kasperius in the 5th. That brings up Arise with 2 outs and nobody on. 6-2 Dodgers starting the 5th.
By the way, have you voted for the All-Stars today?
I have. I did today several times. Right. Andy Paz right now is 7th among National League outfielders. I know Teoscar more popular among fans and more established as a veteran. Kasparius misses inside ball one on a rise. But Andy Pages, at this point, is more deserving than Teoscar. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Now, we'd love to see both of them get that nod. But if you want to ensure Pages goes to Atlanta, the Dodger fans really got to step up and hammer the votes for him. The 1-1 pitch, Arise grounds it over the mound. Waiting at short is Mookie Betts, nearly straight over the bag. He throws and gets the final out. So Ben Kasparius with a 7-pitch, 1-2-3 fifth inning. A shutdown fifth inning to make it 6-2 still as we're halfway home in this series opener.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Hey, Dad. Did you go to Dodgers games when you were a boy?
Sure did. Grandpa took me.
Did you eat hot dogs?
Yep, and ice cream.
Did you bring your glove to games?
I did, just like you.
Did you catch a foul ball like me?
Well, not yet.
Here, Dad. You can use my glove.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Get to experience a first game twice, yours and his. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Copyright 2025, Bank of America Corporation, all rights reserved.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Daniels is giving every fan a voucher for a free team bracelet and $50 off any $99 purchase. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball to get your voucher. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
This is LA Dodgers baseball.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Dodgers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Dodgers ahead by 4 as we bring you back for the bottom of the fifth inning. The Dodgers battered around in the fourth and pushed 5 runs onto the ledger of Dylan Cease, who is back on the bump for San Diego here in the fifth. First pitch to Teoscar Hernández. Swung on and cued up the first base line. It bounces over the bag. It was fair, and it cuts across. Ruled foul. Arise playfully slams the ball toward the Padre dugout. A wry smile from Teoscar Hernández, who strolls back with strike one. The first 2 innings for Dylan Cease got 8 whiffs on 16 swings. But since then, the Dodgers have swung the bat 23 times, just 4 misses. And they are 5 for 11 against his slider tonight, the pitch that gave him fits last week. Cease throws a slider here, misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike for Hernández. Here comes the pitch. Hernández fouls it off his front foot. Strike 2. The San Francisco Giants are idle on this Monday night. The Dodgers trying to grow their lead against their arch rival and then their other rival across the field from them here the next 4 nights, the Padres. 3 games separate these 2 teams as we sit here right now. Hernández fouls one away on the right side, still 1-2.
They will welcome their new player.
Paul
Giants.
Gosh. That would be Rafael Devers, the face of the Boston Red Sox. Another face of the Red Sox, traded by the Red Sox. So stay hot, Boston. 1-2. Hernández pokes one foul to stay in there. Got a piece of a slider. I mean, you think about it. Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, and Rafael Devers are now all in the National League West. All guys that you would have said they should be Red Sox for life. Won a World Series together here in LA in 2018. Cease misses way high with the fastball. 2-2 for Teo.
Devers did not want to play a couple of different positions at the Red Sox. When Chapman comes back, gets healthy for the Giants, Devers will not be at third base there either.
This 2-2 pitch is grounded to short. To Bogarts. Takes his time, makes a good throw, and Hernandez is retired. First out of the fifth.
But the story that we heard is that Devers was on the plane with the Red Sox, and they said, hey, time out. Can we talk to you?
I was texting with some friends who were on that team playing in Boston, and they were sitting on the tarmac for an unusual amount of time, and there was no reason given to them. And then finally, the reason showed itself as they went back to the gate. They were on the tarmac, back to the gate. Devers had to be pulled off the plane, got into an Uber by himself, off to his new home. Strike one swinging for Will Smith. One out, nobody on in the fifth. 6-2 Dodgers. By the way, Boston on a West Coast swing. They're going to San Francisco this weekend. He steals. Smith fouls one back over the net. Strike two. So the Red Sox failure is San Francisco's gain. A heck of a big swing taken by first-year head of baseball ops and legendary catcher for San Francisco, Buster Posey. Cease misses up and away with a fastball to Smith. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers 8 for their last 15 at the plate. After starting 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. On the 89th pitch of the night from Cease, Smith lays off a ball in the dirt. 2-2.
Well, it reminded me in a conversation with that I had today with Charlie Steiner, who was here at the ballpark today, folks, and he's doing much better. And
great to see Charlie.
We had some fun. But Charlie and I were just kind of reminiscing since Devers was taken off the plane.
On a 2-2, Smith lays off a fastball. That's up and away.
It reminded us of the Dodgers a number of years ago, landed in Cincinnati. The buses were plane-side, and everybody got off the plane, and one player was headed to the player's bus, and they said, excuse me, we need to talk to you for a second.
3-2 pitch, cut on and miss. Strike three swinging. Cease gets Smith.
So while the Dodgers were in the air, Cesar Izturis was traded. So instead of getting on the bus, they had a car waiting for him, and the look. I mean, you get on the plane and you think, and you get off and you're on a different team.
What a business. 2 outs, bases still empty, bottom of the fifth. It's a 6-2 Dodger lead. Max Muncy is up for a third time. First pitch from Cease misses a hair high at 99. Well, it was Max who really kicked things off in the fourth after back-to-back hits from Teoscar Hernández and Will Smith made it second and third, 1 out. Muncy brought both of them home, a 2-run go-ahead base hit. Cease spikes a slider well in front of the plate. 2-0 for Muncy here in the fifth. And then Andy Pages was hit by a pitch. Conforto struck out looking, but then the floodgates kind of opened. 3 straight RBI singles for Edman, Ohtani, and Betts. And then you're looking up at the scoreboard, 5 runs across and a 6-2 lead. Cease misses again to Muncy. That's 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0 pitch. Muncy has a green light, but he fouls it up and away, dropping down to our left in the field level. By the way, the Red Sox are in action tonight in Seattle, and the Red Sox are up on the Mariners 2-0 in the 8th, but Seattle is threatening. Just in case you're wondering how Boston is responding to the trade of Devers. The 3-1 from Cease. Misses upstairs. Muncy checked his swing, and he held up strong to work a 2-out walk. There's some jawing going on down in right field. Tatis and the Dodger fans in that section next to the foul pole having some fun, you can say. Muncy takes off for second. The throw down from Maldonado goes by into center field. So Max will get an extra base. The throw from the catcher Maldonado tailed away the second base side of the bag, and Cronenworth really didn't have a chance.
Muncy, he took off early, got a huge jump, and Cease was not paying that close of attention to him at all.
Stolen base number 4 for Max Muncy. Now he's on third with 2 out. Pages behind 0-1. The pitch. Slash foul on the right side.
Second stolen base of the night for the Dodgers. Ben stole the base in the 4th.
Dodgers 6, Padres 2. Home half of the 5th inning. Muncy on third, 2 out. Infield playing back for San Diego. And a pretty good shift over to the left side. 0-2 on Pages. Pitch number 99 from the starter Dylan Cease. Way high. Pitch 99 hit 99 miles per hour, but did not come anywhere close to the zone. 1-2. Sun fully set here at Dodger Stadium. The winds have picked up a little bit, now blowing more toward right field. Lights shining down on Andy Pages on a 1-2 pitch. He takes ball 2 up and away. After being on cruise control to start the night, Dylan Cease now laboring out there. Sweat and anxiety have built on him. His 101st pitch, a 2-2 to Pages. Hit to center field, but shallow and playable for Wade. He will trot in and squeeze the final out. So Muncy is stranded on the bases after a 2-out walk. That was the only action for the Dodgers in the 5th. It's 6-2 LA going to the 6th.
All right, Dodgers. Sports are all about moments.
One of the most incredible, miraculous finishes we have ever seen.
And you can hear them all.
He scores! Alex Ovechkin! There's a new goal-scoring champion!
As they happen.
Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani, a sayonara swing!
Live in the moment.
Rory McIlroy on his knees. He's won the Masters.
With live sports on Sirius XM and the Sirius XM app.
The football talk doesn't stop on Sirius XM NFL Radio.
They're mentally tough, they're physically tough, and they're talented.
Stay informed with the latest news around the National Football League, leading up to the training camp tour.
You gotta practice a certain way if you want to be winners.
Our experts are getting you ready for the 2025 season.
For the veteran players, they want to see the guy earn the job.
There's a story for every team on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Wake up! Wake up, everybody! This is Steve Phillips from the leadoff spot on MLB Network Radio. Join me and former Major League Baseball players Eduardo Perez and Xavier Scruggs as we react to all the latest news and scores across baseball and have plenty of fun along the way.
Steve, you were so right about that.
I don't know if anybody else thinks we're funny, but I think we're funny.
Why are you putting us or we into this?
The leadoff spot, weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio, Channel 89, and on the Sirius XM app.
.com.
A long fly ball to center. She is gone.
Dodger fans, this is Dave Roberts, and you're listening to Los Angeles Dodgers baseball on Sirius XM.
Can you feel the beat? I can feel the beat. Can you feel the beat? I can feel the beat.
Well, you're moving to Dodger Stadium. Probably guess who's coming up to the plate for San Diego. Manny Machado leads off the top of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Padres 2. First of 4 between these two rivals. Machado swings at Ben Kasparic's first offering, sends it high in the air first base side. Freddie Freeman over toward the net. It drops 4 rows back. Out of play and strike 1. You come to Dodger Stadium again Thursday. Padres still in town, 7:10. Arrive early for a special Juneteenth celebrity softball game that's hosted by Mookie Betts. Purchase a special ticket pack for an exclusive Black Heritage Night jersey as well. Dodgers.com/promotions is where you got to go. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Kasparic's jumps in front with a fastball at 98. Kasparic's the bulk guy tonight. About to throw his 50th pitch. An 0-2 to Machado. Popped him straight up again, and this will drift back over the net. Well, we were together at Petco Park last week. Ben Casparius picked against the Padres, and there was a cool moment. He struck out Manny Machado, and then afterwards Machado pointed at him like, hey, nice pitch. Giving some respect to the rookie. I think. Casparius misses with a breaking ball.
That was your interpretation, at least.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's very fair. And I agree. And that's, by the way, it was a heck of a pitch.
Yeah, it was. A 1-2. Now this one, not his best. He pulls a slider way outside. Square count now on Machado. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Padres. Casparius wants to keep the momentum in that third base dugout. The Dodgers were behind 2-1 entering the bottom of the fourth and hung 5 runs on Dylan Cease. Casparius drops a slider, but it drops a little too far low. Full count, 3-2. It's the 11th full count tonight for the Dodgers. The season high for their staff in a game is 12. Machado hits it high in the air, right field, drifting back toward the corner. Teoscar is on the run. This ball is out of here. Opposite field pop for Manny Machado. That ball just kept sailing. His 11th home run of the year. And San Diego is within 3. Casparius was ahead 0-2. Machado got the count full and then took the right-hander deep.
That ball up, out over the plate, and Machado picked a short distance. It counts just as much. Went the opposite way, tossed the bat.
So a leadoff home run for Machado. Now Gavin Sheets checks his swing, but it's a strike called anyway. Machado has brought in 2 of the 3 Padre runs tonight. Sac fly in the first and then that home run. Now Sheets shoots one the other way toward the left field corner, all the way to the wall, just picked up on the track by Conforto. Back-to-back extra base hits for San Diego in the 6th. We're going to step aside for 10 seconds, take station identification on the world champion Dodgers audio network.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on Sirius XM 89 on the Sirius XM app.
Machado homered and Sheets doubled. And Mark Pryor came out of the Dodger dugout. He's on the mound visiting with Ben Casparius. It's 6-3 Dodgers, but a runner on second and nobody out for San Diego in the 6th. A lot of ball game left for these two. And for Manny Machado, since he signed with San Diego in 2019, he's hit 22 home runs and he has 55 RBI against the Dodgers. Both numbers are second to Christian Walker, the active leader against LA. Walker has 25 home runs and 57 RBIs, but now Walker's out of the division playing for the Houston Astros. Seems like a matter of when, not if, Machado will jump ahead. Mound visit complete. Now Xander Bogaerts. Get a go-ahead RBI double his last trip to the plate. That was in the 4th. Casparius, slider, a little low again. That's ball 1.
This is where the pitch count begins to build up, and Alex Vesia, the lefty, begins to warm up in the bullpen.
Casparius out of the stretch. Yanks a fastball, pulls it way away from the right-handed hitting Bogaerts. 2 balls, no strikes. Sheets on second. He's extended his hitting streak to 7 games. Bogaerts bends back out of the way of a fastball up and in at 97. It's 3-0 for Bogaerts. Now look, the tying run is on deck for San Diego, and there's nobody out in the 6th. 60th pitch for Ben Casparius tonight. Finally a strike. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch to Bogaerts. Taken low at the shins, but called strike 2. A gift for Casparius. Another full count for the Dodgers that ties their season high. 12 3-2 counts. Still nobody on the top of the 6th. The payoff pitch. Bogarts flies it to center. Pages comes in and makes the catch. There's out number 1. Sheets retreats back to second base. Keeping an eye on Dave Roberts. He is glued to his seat in the top step of the Dodger dugout. Ben Kasparius is going to face Jake Cronenworth, it seems. Left-handed hitting second baseman. Kasparius at 62 pitches. Well, here comes Will Smith and Max Muncy in the infield. They're going to give Alex Vesia some time to warm up. You assume when he saw Vesia throwing that Cronenworth was going to be his guy. What do you think, Mo? Do you leave him in for one more? I mean, this.
Well, you've got back-to-back lefty. In fact, you've got a trio of lefties.
And the splits against Kasparius suggest that lefties. Well, it didn't suggest. It says pretty strongly. Lefties hit him better. 288 compared to 161, the average for right-handed batters. Trip Gibson will break up the mound visit. That included all the infield except for Freddie Freeman, who is standing with his arms crossed in front of his belt on the cut of the grass.
Well, here comes Roberts.
Yeah. So
and Dave, I saw he already put the defensive cards in his pocket. He was giving Vesia some extra throws in the bullpen.
And so that's going to be all for Ben Kasparius. 3 2/3 innings for the transitioning reliever into starter. He's the bulk guy tonight after Ohtani and Banda. He gets a nice hand as he walks off the mound. Alex Vesia will come out of the bullpen. He inherits a runner on second and 1 out in the 6th. The Dodgers lead 6-3.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level, with teams of experts working together to personalize a treatment plan right down to your DNA with unprecedented speed, making every second count, with appointments in as little as 24 hours. City of Hope, advancing cancer care at life-saving speed. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Hey, this is Adrian Gonzalez. Daniels Jewelers is a proud sponsor of the Trip Around the Diamond and your family jeweler since 1948. Daniels is giving every fan a voucher for a free team bracelet and $50 off any $99 purchase. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball to get your voucher. That's danielsjewelers.com/baseball. You can redeem at any of the 100 Daniels Jewelers stores nationwide. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
I can turn my passion into a career.
I can get hands-on training for my dream job.
I can be ready for the in-demand careers of today and tomorrow.
Learn by collaborating and exploring when you enroll at a California community college. With more than 200 career education programs at your fingertips, your future can be anything you imagine.
I can make good money doing what I love.
Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Dodger Pitching Change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations all around Southern California. Alex Vesia, fueled by his energy drinks, roars out of the bullpen for his 35th appearance of the year. 30 innings even, ERA 2.7, 42 strikeouts, just 9 walks, but 7 home runs. The Padres got a leadoff home run here in the 6th from Manny Machado of Ben Kasparius, then Gavin Sheets doubled. He's on second, now 1 out. Jake Cronenworth at the plate. Vesia's night begins with a fastball on the outer third, strike 1 taken and called.
Yeah, the Padres will stay with Cronenworth. Jose Iglesias, right-handed hitter, waiting on deck. He'll come on a pinch hit for Brooks. If this inning continues, Dodgers like to end it, somehow get a double play.
On an 0-1, Cronenworth swings and pops it straight up the elevator shaft. Right side of the infield, Tommy Edmonds waiting for it. He squeezes out number 2. He was about 8 feet away from Gavin Sheets, who's got hands on hips at second base. He hasn't been able to move. So the 29-year-old Brooks pinch hit for the veteran Iglesias up there. And this is really what he is on the roster for, to hit left-handed pitching. Last year, he was regarded as one of the MVPs for the New York Mets. Didn't debut with the Mets until the 31st of May. But then from that point forward, he led all of Major League Baseball with a .337 batting average. Of course, he's also a recording artist, and he recorded the anthem that the Mets rode all the way to the National League Championship Series, where they, of course, fell to the Dodgers in 6 games. So now Iglesias, a Padre, batting .236 this season, so more than 100 points down from where it was last season. 2 out, runner on second, 6-3 Dodgers. Vesia's first pitch is a slider high and inside, ball 1. Iglesias waggles the bat a few times. Vesia out of the stretch. He kicks and deals. Gets a swing and a miss. Strike 1. A fastball by him at 93, and Iglesias did not get cheated.
Swing was at 93. The swing was about 200.
Evens the count, 1-1. Vesia trying to get the final out of the 6th. The Dodgers lead is now 3. The pitch. Way outside, while snared by Smith. He reached across with his left glove hand and snared the fastball, which again was at 93. It's been good to see Vesia's velocity back. I will not try to say that 5 times fast. On a 2-1 from the Dodger lefty, Iglesias again swings and misses. Can't catch up to the fastball at 93.
Now go ahead, try.
It's been good to see Vesia's velocity back.
See? Proud of you.
Thanks, Mo. Appreciate that, partner. Now add Velociraptor to that sentence. 2 out, runner on second still. The 2-2 pitch is low, a hair low for Vesia, full count.
I thought you were going to say vociferously.
Another full count. That's the season high now for the Dodgers in a game.
Yep, 13.
Will the payoff get it done? Here's the pitch. Got him swinging. Pumped it by him at 94. And Vesia, as he is known to do, lets him hear it. An inning-ending K, strands, sheets, and his 1-out double. So just the leadoff home run for the Padres in the 6th. In the middle of this inning, it's 6-3 Dodgers.
Hear what people are saying about Sam Roberts' show on Faction Talk.
What my mom would listen to in the car.
Why is everyone naked?
It really saved me. Pretty funny, but brutal.
Hey, it's Sam Roberts. Every morning, the crew and I try to make sense of some of the most absurd stories going on in this world of ours.
One gorilla versus 100 men. He spit fake blood at the owner of Warner Brothers' dog.
And I've talked to the most interesting people on the planet.
I just went in, took my clothes off, and came out the front door.
So tune in to Sam Roberts' show every morning on SiriusXM Faction Talk, channel 103, or on the SiriusXM app.
That was an all-time classic.
Adam Shine brings his unique perspective and passionate sports talk to Mad Dog Sports Radio.
That game led the league in holy cow wow moments.
The biggest and hottest names across Major League Baseball.
Star shortstop for the Kansas City Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
It's great to kind of build the new culture here in Kansas City.
Shine on Sports, weekdays 9 Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Begin your day talking golf on The Starter with Taylor Zarzour.
JJ Spawn is your 125th U.S. Open champion.
What are you thinking as you prepare for that 64-foot, 5-inch putt?
All I was worrying about was the pace. Speed was the biggest component, and I ended up hitting it with perfect speed and went right in.
Listen to The Starter, weekday mornings starting at 7 a.m. Eastern on PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
Your grocer's gift card.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your Sirius XM subscription on Sirius XM 89 and the Sirius XM app.
Lefty Wandy Peralta replaces Dylan Cease. Michael Conforto stays in the game. Takes a first pitch up and in, ball 1. A fastball at 95 from the veteran southpaw. It'll be Conforto, Edman, and Ohtani on the docket for the Dodgers in this 6th inning. Conforto swings and fouls. Strike one off the plate. Bottom of the sixth brought to you by SoCal Chevy, the hard-working Chevy Silverado built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. The pitch is taken low. Ball 2 against Conforto. He was 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out twice against Cease. What a weird line for Dylan Ceasemo. 5 innings, 6 earned runs on 8 hits, just 1 walk, no homers. He struck out 9. Conforto sends one toward left field, and it's going to slice over to Sheets, who makes the catch for the first out.
Yeah, how about the fact that 2 starts, Cease against the Dodgers, 20 strikeouts.
I guess good for the fantasy team.
But whatever it was, the Dodgers came out with a whole different approach, and Cease may have changed also. But the first 2 innings, it looked like, hey, circle the wagons. It's going to be a short night offensively for the Dodgers.
First pitch is outside, ball 1 on Tommy Edman, who flips over to the right side against the lefty Peralta.
Of course, that's one of the things that this Dodger ball club has been able to do.
Swinging a strike off the plate, fouled by Edman, 1-1.
And from that, I'm talking about they don't try and blaze the same trail all the time. They make adjustments. They compare notes. They look at, well, what's the tendencies? And Dylan Cease came on throwing hard. 99, 100.
More velo than we saw at Petco. A 1-1 pitch to Edman.
By the way,
catches
velocity.
The corner. Strike 2.
Shohei Ohtani, 99 and 100.
100.2 for Shohei on the mound in his first ever appearance as a Dodger. Edman rolls the 1-2 pitch to short. Bogarts charges in the glove, and the throw brings Arise up the line, and Tommy Edman is safe. So a 1-out base runner with Shohei Ohtani coming up. That's an error on the shortstop Bogarts.
Yeah, I mean, that's at the major league level, that's a routine play, but not tonight.
Dodgers 6, Padres 3. Ohtani at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. Swings through the first pitch from Peralta, strike 1. He struck out swinging against Cease in the first. Then in the third, a game-tying RBI double made it 1-1. Then he extended the lead for the Dodgers with an RBI single in the fourth that made it 5-2. Now 6-3, Edman on first. Peralta deals. Misses low. Called strike 2. Ooh.
I told him I want to reach down and see where his knees are because he just got lower, and Gibson's hearing it from the Dodger dugout.
And he is barking right back again. This feud has been building throughout this season.
Well, that was just a very poor call. We talk about poor throws of players. That was a poor call by the home plate umpire.
Behind 0-2. The pitch. Ohtani takes in the same spot. Bounces out of the glove. That's ball 1.
I still think of the late Danny Ozark when he was managing the Phillies, talking about an umpire. They were yelling and says, well, we never questioned his eyesight, but along the way we found out he has 20/20 hearing.
And Ohtani, he tries to poke the bat out there, but he swings through strike 3. A fastball in the outer third from Peralta. That's out number 2 in the 6th.
Shortstop number 50, Mookie Betts.
6th inning rest with Mookie Betts. Dodgers ahead 6-3. Edman on first, now 2 out. Peralta kicks and fires. Mookie takes a strike. 97 from Peralta on the inner third. Betts had an RBI base hit in the fourth as well, so he's 1 for 3. Also added a stolen base that inning as well. The pitch from Peralta hooks a little too far inside from the lefty. Level 1-1 count for Betts. Edman being held off first base by Arise. Short lead for Tommy. Right side of the infield is wide open for Betts. The 1-1 pitch. Mookie swings and falls behind 1-2. That pitch was well off the plate. Mookie was trying to hit it to the moon.
Change up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Mookie pushes it to the right side, but at the second baseman Cronenworth, who shuffles over to his left and throws to Arise, and that will end the inning. So the 1-out base runner, the error by Bogaerts, does not hurt the Padres at the end of 6. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Padres 3.
Welcome back to Talking Snack Radio. Big news, Bob.
Let's hear it.
When the Dodgers steal a base, fans get a free AM/PM hot dog and 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola with the AM/PM app.
That's right, Mike. This is a real game changer.
More like a life changer.
Hey-o.
This is the MVP of promos.
Better start carrying my mustard bottle around.
Slide into free snacks with the official convenience store of the Dodgers. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Only 1,000 deals available per game on the AM/PM app for 24 hours through September 28th. Only at participating AM/PM stores while supplies last.
Ford employs the most American auto workers in the U.S. They also assemble the most vehicles in the U.S. Ford's commitment to America is not a coincidence, but a proud choice. And Ford is showing everyone that commitment is more important than ever right now.
Ford is offering employee pricing on all Ford.
You pay what Ford employees pay.
Now is the time to get into that Ford you've been eyeing.
Take advantage of employee pricing while you can.
Ford.
From America, for America.
He swings and goes deep to left field. This ball is back. This ball is gone. A home run for Ohtani.
Aloha, Dodger fans. Join us at Dodger Stadium to enjoy a tropical takeover in the ballpark on Tuesday, July 1st versus the Chicago White Sox. Purchase a special ticket pack and receive an exclusive Dodgers Hawaiian shirt presented by King's Hawaiian and wear it to your favorite ball game. It's the ultimate summer souvenir. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
A long fly ball to center. She is gone.
Dodger fans, this is Dave Roberts, and you're listening to Los Angeles Dodgers baseball on Sirius XM.
Dancing, dancing, dancing. She's a dancing machine.
Top of the 7th inning is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Another pitching change for L.A. Michael Kopech will face 8-9-1 for San Diego. The Dodgers leading 6-3 in the first of 4 games here at the Ravine. First up, Tyler Wade. Corners pinched in as Kopech pulls a fastball low and inside, ball 1. The Dodgers just trying to build up some confidence for Kopech as he's pretty fresh off the injured list. The pitch is taken by Wade. A fastball evens the count at 98. Made his debut in St. Louis. Scoreless inning, gave up a hit, struck out 1. Second appearance was on the road in Petco last week, and it was not pretty. Just 1 out recorded, and he walked the bases loaded. Misses upstairs with a cutter to Wade, falling behind 2-1. Bounce back against San Francisco. A clean inning with 2 Ks. Here comes the 2-1. Wade pushes it in the air, left field. That will drift into the glove of Michael Conforto. That's out number 1 in the 7th.
Not a bad night tonight.
Oh, this is perfect summer evening.
As soon as we found out yesterday after the ball game that Shohei Ohtani, who Dave Roberts said, hey, look, he was chomping at the bit, said he was raring to go. So now the question is how he feels tomorrow. And this was a big step for Ohtani. And the Dodgers, for that matter. After 663 days back on the mound at a major league game.
Strike 1 from Kopech to the pinch hitting Elias Diaz. A fastball at the knees at 99. And the reason was, Ohtani, for the longest time, the Dodgers have been saying, after the All-Star break, around the All-Star break. Swing and a miss. Kopech quickly ahead 0-2. That fastball had some arm side run at 98 on the inside corner. But then Shohei Ohtani sort of communicated to them, hey, let's just do this work in a game. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A cutter way outside, and Diaz sees it 3 pitches, all 3 strikes, 2 down for Kopech. I mean, you think about it, the sim games and the bullpens for Ohtani more taxing than a start night. And you're thinking, how could that be possible? Well, consider this, Mo. A 7 p.m. game. Ohtani's showing up way early, 6 hours before. He's going to face hitters at 2 p.m. Fernando Tatis Jr. fouls a fastball off the mask of Will Smith for strike one. 2 outs, nobody on in the 7th, 6-3 Dodgers. All right, so you're facing live batters at 2 p.m., and then you got to cool down and do your arm maintenance and get with the trainers, and then you got to get hot again, do work as a hitter. And so they just want to start practicing these game situations. Another foul ball back over the net from Tatis. 2 strikes for Kopech.
Well, here's the other part, too, what we don't know. Does Ohtani ice down after he pitches? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to pitch and then you're going to hit, lead off at first.
Tatis takes it the other way, a 2-strike, 2-out hit here in the top of the 7th inning. So Kopech couldn't put him away.
And then does Ohtani after the first at bat, then does he ice down? And once you ice down, now how do you keep your arm loose? I mean, there's so many different moving pieces to that puzzle. I mean, I marvel at someone that's able to do it.
And look, everybody around the game saw it for 6 years when he was at the Angels, but the Dodgers have never lived the experience of the Shohei Ohtani two-way experience. Ground ball right side. Nice backhand stop by Freddie on the cut of the grass. He'll step on the bag all by himself. And so Tatis in his 2-out base hit, stranded by Michael Kopech. A 0 in the top of the 7th. We stretch in L.A. The Dodgers 6 and the Padres 3.
With LA Care Health Plan, you have more choices for your Medi-Cal coverage, including LA Care, Anthem Blue Cross, and Blue Shield of California Promise. Get free benefits like doctor visits, prescriptions, and nationwide emergency care. Join the LA Care Medi-Cal family today. Visit lacare.org/medi-cal.
Every Dodgers legend started out as a rookie, but they went on to become the best in baseball. They left behind a legacy of determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy. From saving early on to having income during retirement, Security Benefit can help you save for your future and leave a legacy for those you love. Security Benefit, proud sponsor of the LA Dodgers.
Keep your car or truck working at peak performance by taking it to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, where they offer stay-in-your-car service while you wait. Locations all over Southern California. Find a location nearest you at SoCalOilChange.com.
Take your fun higher at Harrah's Resort SoCal with the help of Funner California Mayor Martin Short. Test your luck at one of 500 slots or over 50 table games. Then level up your fun with one of Mayor Marty's favorite dishes at one of 11 restaurants, including the world's largest Hell's Kitchen. Take relaxation to a funner level when you try a mayor-approved treatment at the Spa at Harrah's, or chill at one of 3 award-winning pools. To score a winning getaway to Funner California, visit harrahsocal.com today.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on Sirius XM 89 on the Sirius XM app.
Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Freeman, Teoscar Hernández, and Will Smith are the scheduled hitters for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th inning. They lead the Padres 6-3. Wandy Peralta back out there for a second inning of work, and it begins with a strike at the top of the zone to Freeman. Freddie is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. The average now down to 332. Lays off a breaking ball downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And you're thinking 332, that's amazing. But you consider it's down 42 points this month. But there's a knock for Freddie. A base hit through the right side. Split between Cronenworth at second and Arise at first. The leadoff base hit.
Yeah, he said that's enough of that talk, Steven.
Yeah, hey, I'm happy to shut my mouth. Well, and that's going to be it for Wandy Peralta. Mike Schilt left him in to face the left-handed Freeman. They do not want to leave a lefty in to face Teoscar Hernández and or Will Smith. Pitching change for San Diego. Runner on first for the Dodgers. Nobody out. They lead 6-3. They'll come back after this break and try for more.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 33 consecutive years by U.S. News & World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of over 250 locations in Southern California.
When it's game on, it's time for Shakey's Pizza, Chicken, and Mojo's.
the triple play of flavor. With meal deal packages to feed any size group, everyone loves Shakey's classic thin crust pizza, golden fried chicken, and crispy Mojo potatoes. Get it to go at Shakey's.com or watch the game at your local Shakey's with an ice cold pitcher of beer, piping hot pizza, and a mountain of Mojos. Share the good times at Shakey's today.
Hey, it's Freddie Freeman. When it comes to your child's health, you want the team from Children's Hospital Los Angeles. At CHLA, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise, with care completely tailored to kids. U.S. News and World Report has once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for pediatrics. Whether it's routine checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
They're at the bottom of the 7th inning, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. New pitcher for the Padres, the right-hander David Morgan. 9th appearance of the season. His ERA 3.12 in his 8 2/3 innings of work. 11 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 homers. He's got Freddie Freeman on first behind him. A base hit leading off this inning for Freddie. Now Teoscar Hernández back to the dish. First pitch from Morgan. A hook's blown away from the right-handed Teo. Ball 1. Teoscar is 1 for 3 with a base hit and a run scored tonight. Morgan holds on the mound. The 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. Fastball at 96. Down the middle. Dodgers with 6 runs on 9 hits. 8 of 9 Dodgers have at least 1 hit tonight. Everybody except Michael Conforto. Here comes a 1-1. And Teoscar with a big swing. And he falls behind 1-2. 97 from Morgan. Right now the difference is the Dodgers 5-run 4th as they batted around in that inning. 5 runs on 6 hits. They even left 2 runners on. The 1-2 pitch. Hooks way outside. Squares up 2-2. But tonight, all the anticipation and the hype for Shohei Ohtani's first appearance on the mound as a Dodger. First, this 2-2 pitch from Morgan. Hernandez swings and hits it in the air. First base side. It will drift over the Padre dugout.
You know, one comment very quickly about Ohtani. I saw a post that came in and said, well, the people in L.A. are acting like it's the first time that Ohtani's ever pitched. They saw it in Anaheim for a number of years.
Who was the?
They never saw it in Anaheim after he had come off 2 surgeries.
I never saw it in Anaheim after he'd won a World Series championship.
You might be onto something.
The 2-2 pitch. And Hernandez waves at strike 3.
But, you know, I mean, this is the reappearance of one of the marquee players in baseball history, if you're looking at it. And the fact that he's coming off of 2 different surgeries, and he's coming off during this. This isn't like you're rehabbing and coming on the spring training and then working your way and working your way.
Send me that
guy
post.
that has worked and worked and said, hey, I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Send me that post. I got to see who would be so dumb to say something like that.
Well,
1 on 1 out in the 7th, 6-3 Dodgers. Here's Will Smith. Like, he was pitching for a different team, so everybody saw him do it, but not everybody saw him do it in person. So it's just like people who try to like. No, okay, it was just some rando. Got it.
Isn't that who usually does it?
Yeah. Why is a steam rider giving that person the time of day? 97 clips the outside corner, so a strike called against Smith, even though Elias Diaz had to reach across his body with the left hand to snare it. And that website, cesspool. 1 on, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Morgan to Smith. Strike 2 called off the plate against Smith, and will certainly foul that one away because that looked like it missed by a few inches. 1-2 for Morgan. He leans over at the belt. A right-hander, not big in stature. straight up on the mound, deals his 1-2. And Smith rips it back foul into the net.
Well, like Steve Yeager was saying, when he made a catch and it was called the ball, it was a strike. And he said, well, what would you do? He said, well, I grunt, let the umpire know. And not to pick on some umpires, but there have been some catchers this year that have left the ball game with sore throats.
Another 1-2 pitch coming to Smith. Takes inside, 2-2. I got to say, on this homestand, we have been treated to some umpiring in quotations.
Interesting.
Yeah. (6-3) Dodgers. Freddie on first, one out in the seventh. The 2-2 pitch. Smith rolls it foul on the third base side. Dino Evil lets it drop by him. Sellout crowd here at Dodger Stadium, 53,207. Many of them rushed to get tickets after the news broke on Sunday night that Ohtani would be making his pitching debut tonight, and everybody treated to a Blake Snell bobblehead came to the park. Will Smith with an opposite field base hit on the ground through the right side. That's a nice piece of hitting from Will Smith.
Boy, he can go that opposite way, too. So he's doubled to left down the line. And this time, remember, he started the count was 1-2. Fouled off a couple of balls and goes the opposite way here.
A multi-hit game for Will Smith. 2 for 4. He's now on first. Freddie Freeman on second. One away for Max Muncy, who's been aboard twice. 1 for 2. A 2-run single. Walk and a stolen base. Run scored. Trying to add to that line and add to the scoreboard. He swings and fouls strike one toward the Padres on deck circle. 6-3 is the score. Looking for some insurance as we enter the late innings. These two teams will play 4 times this week, and then they won't see each other again until the middle of August. Morgan out of the stretch. Muncy takes. It misses outside.
The Dodgers, while taking 2 out of 3 against the Giants in the series, in the 3 games, they were 5 for 16 runners in scoring position. Tonight, this is their 12th at bat in such a situation and have 5 hits.
Morgan looks back at Freeman on second. The 1-1 pitch. Muncy swings through strike 2. 98 with some arm side run away from the left-handed hitting Muncy.
It's a tough pitch to hit.
He's got an interesting arsenal, Mo. We've seen him spin some type of slider, a curveball, and then he's got upper 90s on the fastball with run. Behind 1-2, the pitch. Muncy strikes out swinging. Swung through a fastball in the outside corner at 97 from Morgan. He's got 2 strikeouts in this inning to go along with the 2 base hits for Freeman and Smith.
Center fielder, number 44, Andy Pages.
Now the attention turns to Andy Pages. First and second, 2 out for the potential first-time All-Star here in 2025. Again, fans, you got to hammer the votes to get Andy there. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to short. Bogarts will take the short route and go to second base to retire Will Smith. And so the Dodgers have 2 hits, but no runs, no errors, 2 left on base. Going to the 8th, it's 6-3 LA.
You know that feeling when the perfect song comes on while you're driving? We made a whole channel out of that. Road Trip Radio, packed with songs that always hit. You'll have the windows down and volume up before you know it. Road Trip Radio, channel 301 on most radios and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
If it's happening in baseball,
Rafael Devers in a surprising deal dealt to the San Francisco Giants.
It's on MLB Network Radio.
I was shocked. For the Giants, they get a big bat. They've not had a 30-homer left-handed bat since Barry Bonds.
This trade is just phenomenal for the Giants and, quite frankly, embarrassing for the Red Sox.
You've got to move on from the situation and figure out how to be the best version of your team right now and for the future.
MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM Channel 89, and on the SiriusXM app.
The NBA Finals are here.
Oklahoma City has punched its ticket to its second ever league championship series.
And so is the Stanley Cup Final.
And the Florida Panthers are going to the Stanley Cup Final for the third year in a row.
Sports Grid Radio is the only place talking about the lines for each game and the odds to win it all.
I like over 5.5 games in both finals. Parlay together is plus 141.
Get the winning edge over the sports books on Sports Grid Radio, channel 159 in the car, and on the SiriusXM app.
Big winning Spotlight 29.
Coachella's best bet.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your SiriusXM subscription on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
Manny Machado, the first Padre to the plate for the top of the eighth. It's still a tight ball game here at Dodger Stadium. 6-3 the Dodgers lead. And with the heart of the order due up for San Diego, Dave Roberts brings in Tanner Scott. First pitch to Machado is chopped foul off of his leg, and Machado hopping around in the batter's box, fouling one off. He's limping now, trying to gain some feeling back in that leg that wore strike one. While Machado gets looked at by Mike Shilton, the athletic training staff. Well, we could talk about the run that Tanner Scott has been on of late. It seems like he has settled down and settled in.
He's regained the confidence. And the other part, too, is he's working both sides of the plate now. You know, there for a while he was falling behind in counts and got trapped where it's like he had to throw a strike.
Machado's still being looked at. The foul ball was on his front left foot, it seemed. Dodger fans here don't like the delay, but you understand. I mean,
it's not their foot.
No, it's not. That's perfectly said, Mo. Succinctly said as well.
It's like the guy that goes in, does your dog bite? No, that's not my dog.
Machado bouncing back toward home plate. Trip Gibson is there. Machado has his hand on his shoulder as he's walking back to the right-handed batter's box. Scott in front, 0-1. His last 6 innings for Scott, just 1 run. It was unearned because it was the zombie runner in San Diego. And 9 strikeouts. Machado swings and fouls another one. This one missed his foot, but it's 0-2 for Scott. Scott's 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Mookie Betts, backhand stop in the glove. Sets and throws. Out number 1 in the 8th. It's brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. So the all-important first out of the inning and the most feared hitter in the Padre lineup, retired by Scott. Now, the left-hander. We'll see a lefty batter, Gavin Sheets. Strike one, a fastball right at the top of the zone at 98 miles per hour. Tonight, Sheets is 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. The pitch is in there for strike 2. A front door slider at the bottom of the zone. Oof. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Gavin Sheets. 97 on the heater from Scott for his first strikeout, and out number 2 of the 8th.
Just elevated, and Sheets is kind of shaking his head as he walks back to the first base dugout.
2 outs, the bases stay empty. Now Xander Bogaerts, right-handed hitting shortstop, 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI double. That made it 2-1 Padres in the 4th. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up. Freddie Freeman drifting over to foul ground on the first base side. He reaches up and makes the catch. It is a 1-2-3, 7-pitch 8th inning for Tanner Scott. Keeps it 6-3 Dodgers. Bottom of the 8th when we come back on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
It's Michelada Monday. It doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of.
and it matters what your michelada is made of. For the ultimate michelada recipe, look no further than Modelo. It's not a michelada if it's not made with Modelo. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
For over 35 years, Zenshi has been perfecting the art of handcrafted sushi. Each roll, a masterpiece, is made fresh daily with precision, passion, and a tradition you can taste. Now, experience Zenshi's legendary sushi conveniently located at your local supermarket. Perfect for when you need a quality meal on the go. Lunch, dinner, a ball game? Grab Zenshi handcrafted sushi and enjoy exceptional flavor in every bite. Zenshi handcrafted sushi. Fast, fresh, and easy. Pick up today at Ralph's and other local supermarkets near the deli counter.
At UCLA Health, discovery and innovation lead to the best care. Our doctors and nurses work tirelessly every day to bring you the best experience so you can live your best life. It's why we're consistently ranked as a top hospital nationwide for 33 consecutive years by U.S. News and World Report. Go to uclahealth.org to schedule an appointment today at one of over 250 locations in Southern California.
Premier America Credit Union makes every day smoother with Premier Plus checking. No more monthly fees, high dividends, and easy access to your funds. Visit premieramerica.com/earn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
A long fly ball to center. She is gone.
Dodger fans, this is Dave Roberts, and you're listening to Los Angeles Dodgers baseball on Sirius XM.
Lone Dodger starter without a hit, leads off the bottom of the eighth. The team up 6-3. Michael Conforto facing the right-hander David Morgan. First pitch, line foul on the third base side. Tonight's game is brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Dodgers 3 outs away from a win. They have 3 outs to get some insurance runs. Up 6-3 on San Diego. Florida swings and pops it back over the net. Foul. Drops down to our left. Quickly 0-2. Dodgers haven't scored any runs since the 4th inning, but that 4th inning was a big one. 5 runs to take a 6-2 lead. Manny Machado had a solo home run leading off the 6th inning. Hence this current 6-3 score. Morgan misses upstairs. Ball 1 on Conforto. He'll be followed by Tommy Edman, and Shohei Ohtani is in the hole. He's going to win the foot race by a couple of steps to get Edman and out number 2. You hear Michael Bublé here at Dodger Stadium. You know Shohei Ohtani is coming to the plate. But now you also hear it when he's coming to the mound. He did so tonight, starting the game. His first appearance on the bump as a Dodger. 1 inning on the mound, 2 for 4 at the plate. First pitch, he swings over the top of strike 1. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 strikeouts. Last chance for some insurance. They lead 6-3. On an 0-1 pitch from Morgan, Ohtani takes upstairs, 1-1. There were certainly some emotions pumping. The blood was flowing for Ohtani in that first inning on the mound. Hit 100 miles per hour on his fastball. The 1-1 pitch. He takes high, pops out of the glove of Diaz, ball 2. Also, a couple overthrows you could speculate based on how they missed the zone. Gave up a couple of hits. One of them was a bloop. The sacrifice fly, the only damage against him, and that was after what should have been strike 3 on a missed check swing call. Morgan goes to the breaking ball, misses way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Morgan sets. Ohtani waits. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Ohtani started walking toward first. I think the count on the scoreboard was wrong. It read 2-2. It was really 3-1. So that is indeed a 4-pitch walk for Shohei. He reaches for a third time.
Ohtani had counted correctly, and on his way to first, looked up at the scoreboard and then turned and said, well, wait a minute. Did I miscount or did they miscount?
So Mookie Betts will have another chance. He's 1 for 4 tonight. An RBI base hit and a stolen base. 2 outs, Ohtani on first. 6-3 Dodgers in the 8th. First pitch is skied high, shallow center. Long run for Wade, but he's going to get there with plenty of time to spare. Makes the catch, and that's going to do it. 8 full innings in the books at Dodger Stadium. It's a 6-3 lead. The Dodgers 3 outs away from a win.
Embrace the power.
Start your engine.
And speed of the NTT IndyCar Series on Sirius XM.
Battle the start-finish line. Alexander Rossi goes to P1.
Hear every thrilling moment in the season-long championship chase.
Alex Palou wins the 100.
At Doug Sports Radio, Channel 82, or anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Choose your finance or lease terms, and they'll bring the vehicle right to you. Again, galpinmazda.com. Ask for Dan Starkle.
As the weather heats up, so does the daily baseball discussion on MLB Network Radio. Talk about your team with us on Sirius XM 89 on the Sirius XM app.
Top of the 9th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Dodgers 6, Padres 3. Top of the 9th will feature 6, 7, and 8 for San Diego against a new pitcher for the Dodgers, right-hander Kirby Yates. 7th arm used today. Ben Kasparius took down the bulk of the innings, 3 2/3. So Ohtani, then Bonda, Kasparius, Vesia, Kopech, Scott, now Yates trying to finish it out. First pitch, strike one. Taken on the inside corner, a fastball at 93. Saw Yates last night. He gave up a solo home run, but that was after a missed strike 3 call by C.B. Bucknor, who loves it when people come to watch him. The 0-1 from Yates misses inside on Cronenworth. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, is at the official umpire store, his jersey fly off the shelves. A roller to second in the glove of Edman. He gets it over to Freddie Freeman. That's out number 1. One out, and now Jose Iglesias.
Designated hitter number 7, Jose Iglesias.
Iglesias came off the bench as a pinch hitter in the 6th for Brooks, and he struck out swinging. First pitch from Yates is fouled away for strike number 1. Now, one of our esteemed listeners, diehard Dodger fan, excellent, one of the smartest you'll meet, Jeff Snyder, a.k.a. Snide Dog, if you listen to the Locked On Dodgers podcast. He heard us talking about Iglesias in his own anthem, his own song that he recorded last year, OMG, with the Mets. Swinging another foul ball to the right side, 0-2. And Jeff said to ask Mo about another player walk-up song back in 1981, A Long Run Home. Do you recall, Rick Monday? Swinging another foul ball for Iglesias, still 0-2.
Whose was that? Rick Cerrone?
Yeah.
No.
He kind of, I mean, like first glance, the album cover for Rick Cerrone, it's like a knockoff Jim Croce. Line drive to short, and Mookie Betts is there to snare it. Going to his right on the backhand. That ball found the glove, and that's out number 2 in the 9th.
One more to go.
It's a left-handed hitting center fielder Tyler Wade. Wade is 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. 6-3 Dodgers. One more out to go. Kirby Yates, the ball in the glove. His first pitch is fouled over the net behind home plate. That's strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Wade takes. Strike 2 call. It was a splitter that dove downstairs below the zone, but the call went Yates' way. That brings Dodger Stadium to its feet. Might as well join them. 2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2 pitch is swatted high in the air, left field side. Muncy going back from third. He calls for it and makes the catch. And that's a win for L.A. The Dodgers have won 3 in a row. They take the first of 4 games against the San Diego Padres by a final of 6-3. We're going to step aside for a moment, and when we come back, we'll put a bow on this one right here on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
When it comes to personal injury, Jacoby & Myers knocks it out of the park. And with a winning record of more than $2 billion in settlements, Jacoby & Myers is California's MVP. If you've been injured, don't settle for less than the firm voted the #1 personal injury firm 5 years in a row. Get the justice you deserve with Jacoby & Myers. Call 1-800-5-MILLION for a free consultation today. And let the big league lawyers fight for you. Jacoby & Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
With the weather heating up and summer around the corner, the official grilling season is upon us, and nobody does it better than Hoffy Hot Dogs. Just like the boys in blue have a complete roster, Hoffy has an all-star roster with their top-quality beef franks, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and natural casing beef frankfurters.
Hoffy Hot Dogs have been delivering great taste and quality to Angelinos for nearly 100 years. Get ready for the next game by picking up your favorite Hoffy Hot Dogs from your local grocer or visiting HoffyBrand.com to find the location nearest you. Hoffy, local and so
great.
Got him swinging. That's it!
Join the boys in blue at Dodger Stadium to relive the epic World Champ celebration on Tuesday, June 17th versus the San Diego Padres. Be one of the first 40,000 fans in the park and take home an exclusive championship trophy replica in commemoration of the thrilling 2024 postseason finale. Presented by Budweiser. Your circle, our field. Don't miss out on this item and that champion feel. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
For year-round baseball coverage, turn to MLB Network Radio, included with your SiriusXM subscription on SiriusXM 89 and the SiriusXM app.
2.5 games ahead of the Giants in the National League West. San Francisco is off tonight. The Padres drop to 4 games behind L.A. Ben Casparas gets his 5th win. Dylan Cease charged with his 6th loss. 2nd save for Kirby Yates. Rick Monday, your final thoughts.
Well, I think, first of all, the stage was set for Shohei Ohtani. Coming back, 2 different surgeries, 663 days since the last time he pitched in a Major League ball game. Truly remarkable. Oh, he gave up 1 run, 2 hits. First 2 batters got base hits. But more importantly, that's a big stepping stone for Ohtani and for the Dodger pitching staff that has been decimated. 14 pitchers on the injured list at the present time. Ohtani, the 31st different pitcher the Dodgers have had throw a pitch. So that's one big stepping stone. And then you look at this ball club, the fact that the Dodgers made an adjustment against Dylan Cease, beginning kind of in the leadoff double in the 3rd inning, that by Andy Pages, and then in the 4th they come up with 5 runs on 6 hits. The Dodgers made a transition on how they were going to go to Cease. Cease changed a little bit, didn't get the slider over, but the Dodgers had very good at-bats after that point. They weren't trying to hit the ball 400 feet. They were trying to get on base.
They got 6 runs tonight, and they got all without hitting a home run. Only 3 extra
5
base
for
hits.
12 with runners in scoring position. And for San Diego, they had 8 such opportunities, but just 1 base hit. And then you look at the bullpen. I mean, Banda, Casparius, Vesia, Kopech, Scott, and then Yates. And credit again to this bullpen, serving a lot of different roles at different times, and they just closed the door.
Amen. So that's the Dodgers starting the series off on the right foot. They'll try and take Game 2 tomorrow. Expect another bullpen effort against right-hander Randy Vasquez for the Padres. Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck will kick off our coverage at 6 p.m. First pitch is slated for 7:10. Up next, you know what's coming. It's the Nabby and Dodgers Clubhouse Show with our man Tim Cates, who's here behind us. TC, come on, man. Come on, good to see you for the first time. Well, handed off for the first time for a post-game show. So on behalf of the World Series champion Rick Monday, our MVP, the producer and engineer Dwayne McDonald, and the stud in studio, always holding it down, that's Colin Yee. I'm Steven Nelson saying good night from Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers beat the Padres 6-3.
Find your
for focus, relaxation, and inspiration. Sirius XM Chill, Channel 55, and at home with your Sirius XM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Fantasy Sports Radio is helping you win your fantasy leagues right now on Channel 87.
Don't worry about your standings yet. Just set your lineup with your most talented players and go from there.
From in-season fantasy baseball management to helping you prepare for your fantasy football drafts, Fantasy Sports Radio is here to help you dominate.
In redraft, there's an argument to be made that R.J. Harvey should be going as a second running back off the board.
Your home for fantasy sports. Channel 87 and on the Sirius XM app.
This is John Paul Morosi. This week on the SiriusXM original podcast, The Road to Cooperstown, I sit down with Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
That change in attitude from the right side put me into a different class. Now everybody on the other side going, we can't pitch to them either way now.
The Road to Cooperstown airs Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM 89, and the SiriusXM app. New episodes drop every Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts.
Let the games begin.
On Sirius XM, you get all the sports play-by-play you want and all the live sports talk you need. It's always a home game when you listen to the NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB on the all-new Sirius XM app.
How good is that?
We fuel your fandom with NASCAR, the biggest college games, PTA, and soccer. And when news breaks, hear instant reaction.
We got a big developing story out of Cincinnati.
The all-new Sirius XM app. Everything a sports fan needs, all in one place.
Hi, this is Grace Remington for VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Here's a profitable betting trend for the NFL season. Since 2008, rookie quarterbacks favored by 7 or more points are 33-1 straight up and 22-11-1 against the spread. Last year, Bo Nix went 2-0 in this spot. These games average a score of 31-14. Odds makers price in the inexperience, and the favorites still roll. Get a year of VSiN Pro for $199. Use the promo code BOOK at VSiN.com/subscribe.
Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission.
This ball's back! There it is! Number 50!
My soul. Here I stand by myself.
Done it like this, kind of whole place looking, trying to get another glimpse.
Unanimous MVP for Shohei Ohtani.
Must-see TV.
They added even more pieces to this roster. Unrelenting.
This is the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Top of the heat, baby.
LA Dodgers baseball is brought to you by First Five California. LA Care. Visit LACare.org. Jacoby and Myers.
Justice for you since 1972. Built for tough.
California Community Colleges. And by Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel. Don't miss a moment on the Dodgers' quest to repeat. Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Like our championship-winning boys in blue, your Southern California ship.
And get a touch of that reality. Don't want another surprise. I'd rather want you to just let me be. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your own way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived, and so misguided.